Nah, we are live. Hello, world. Welcome to the Pernicious Chronicles. The episode 1 of the Antecedents campaign is going to be tonight. And I'm going to get my players unmuted here if I can, one by one. And I believe everybody is with me.
Yes.
All right. Good
Hello.
deal. Hey, guess what? Nobody changed all my cameras.
I gotta be honest, it sounds like a you problem. I don't know why you're bringing us into this.
Well, I think I figured it out anyway. But,
Okay.
all right. So, yeah. So, Antecedents campaign, episode 1. And I named this one The Bell. I thought about doing The Bell of Grand Opening. But,
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm going with The Bell on this one. We are minus Kiki tonight. But I'm going to start with Tim. We have Tim joining us tonight, Ken, Chris, Aaron, and Ella.
Hello.
Hello.
We will actually get into your characters very soon, I promise. Do a couple things here real quick. I'm going to tweet out real quick that we're live. And somebody else just got a ding. So that was fun.
It wasn't me.
That's up. I think I knew who it was. That's
Who
good.
was it?
That's good. That was Chris.
Okay.
Was not because I turned my phone off like a good person.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say a good boy.
All right. So, let's see how we're going to do this. Let's start with Tim. I'm going to put you on the spot first, man.
Awesome.
I want you to introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Well, I am Tim, and I am playing Alistair, the Drow Warlock. Warlock of the Weaver of Lies, sorry. That Patrick graciously allowed me to use. I'm sure it's a pain in his DMRs. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. That's pretty much about it. Excited to get underway.
All right. I'm sure, like I said, we'll learn a lot more out of your characters and backgrounds and all that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to move on to Ken, who's playing Jared. Actually, you guys are going to hear us call him Ken, Rob, Rex. What did I call you? I think I called you Ron.
Ron.
Yeah.
Also, Steven. That one's new.
Alan.
Okay.
You forgot Alan.
Ellen.
Alan. So you're playing Jared.
Ted.
Tell us a little bit about Jared.
Jared is a human warlock wizard. He's confused. He's young still. And he comes from this place over here called Doveport. He's been working on being a healer of sorts since he was 13. He's 21 now. He's became a wizard so that way he could help people. Other than that, not much else.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving right along, we have Chris, who is playing Simon.
Simeon. There's an E in it.
I had to do that. Simeon.
Playing Simeon Blackclaw. Blackclog. I'm gonna do that for the first entire thing. Eventually, people are gonna be like, "Which one's real?" I'm
Simeon doesn't
playing.
even know. I mean, Simon.
No.
Simeon?
Thank you. I'm playing Simeon Blackcog. He's a no, or I am wrong.
He's a gnome. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a gnome.
Yep. He's a gnome.
Look at your sheet.
He is a sorcerer. He is a wild magic sorcerer. He was abandoned in a small forsaken temple of magic researchers when he was super young, called Relzak. But it's kind of east of Bodel, and in between in that like foresty region. He was left there as a child, grew up there. Raiders came, burned it down, and he survived. Survivor's guilt. He did his penance. He built the temple back up, and that's kind of the story of Simeon. He likes building things.
Fair enough. I was this close to like skipping over Aaron, but I won't do it to him this time. All right,
no, we
so-
can go to Ella. It's fine.
Nah. So, Aaron, you're playing Mordecai. Tell us about Mordecai.
Yes, I am playing Mordecai Akna, otherwise known as Karma, the level 5 Eldritch Knight. Was a soldier, decided to forsake the soldier life. And now he's traveling with these bozos. And he's rough and ready to go. Big tumbling tiefling. I think that's really all I want to say about him right now. That's all I got. He's got a big trident. So it doesn't talk to fishes, but that's fine. I had to get used to that one.
Or at least you want him to have a trident.
I know he does have a trident. I have a trident. I didn't buy it, but I was given a trident.
No worries. Okay, and last but not least, we have Ella, who's playing Glinda. Tell us about her.
Okay, Glinda Fuchs is a arcane trickster. She has stolen all her life, and she has now made it a job, pretty much. She steals. Well, she's wanting to get in to the group of like the arcane tricksters and help out, I guess.
It's okay. We can get into it more later. But no. So you're what city are you in?
I am in Serenity.
Okay. So to pick up kind of where we left off on session 0, you have to excuse my map because I haven't fixed it 100% yet. It's still a work in progress. So we talked about you guys had met up with your guides, and they were summoned, or you guys were summoned to the City of Serenity. Now, Serenity, Glinda already knows this, but Serenity is massive, and I have sort of a breakdown of Serenity, and we can talk about it in just a second, because I'm going to bring this up, if I can get to it. I'll get to it.
We're waiting.
Yes, I know, but apparently my page didn't load like I wanted it to.
Nice.
Yes.
It's good to see somebody's, on top of it today.
Right. So I had this random, not random. It's a kind of like a city map type deal. It's not going to play into a lot here, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of what
Oh boy.
the size of Serenity. And
Oh, sick.
Oof.
so Serenity itself is probably the oldest city that you know of. It came to be. You've heard rumors about it. You've read stories about it. But Serenity came to be when the first settlers laid their roots, drawn to the golden tree. Now, Glinda, and I'm going to continue to call you Ella. Just sorry about that. But Glinda, you know this. Kind of in one of the market squares, there's a golden tree. It's kind of an oak tree. It's an old ancient tree. Golden leaves, and the bark has a golden tint to it as well. But that's kind of what the city was built around. People were drawn to it, and soon they realized that the harbor was a natural, harbor, delicate harbor, and just over time they started migrating and building these. I'm trying to think if you can picture like these. Actually, you know what? Let me bring up a picture for you. I have a picture of it.
Okay.
It's if you think of like these tall, the general buildings are around 4 stories, but then you like periodically you have. Sorry, I got a dragon growl. Thanks for the follow.
Keep it. Oh, not your voice. It was the hello follower.
Yeah. So it popped up. Imagine this for a second.
Okay.
Most of the buildings are between 2 and 4 stories high, but there's like dozens of buildings that rise to greater heights, going up to 8, 10 stories high. It just kind of like makes the skyline look and feel majestic. think of like these. I'm going with like a mid-eastern type feel, the smooth type buildings with the rounded tops and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the Tower of Serenity that belongs to the Lyceum, that's where you guys are headed. You notice this almost immediately, actually, when you're coming into the city, because it's probably the tallest building here. There is the Queen's Keep, and we can get into that a little bit more if you guys want to know the history of it, or we can go straight to the Lyceum. I'm going to let you decide.
We'll get there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the tower is, like I said, it's massive, and it sits almost directly in the center of the city itself. And if you look on your map, it's actually highlighted, it's lined in red, and it's probably one of the largest cities.
Huh?
I'm sorry,
That-
largest
yeah,
buildings.
This one?
That's square.
That one?
Rectangle one.
This one? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it's the one in red.
Where'd he go? Buddy, I was trying to, yeah, it's fine.
He was done. He was done with the Baron. He was done.
Okay, so the Lyceum Tower, like I said, is probably the biggest building in here outside of the castle that sits on the kind of like the northwestern part of the city.
Mhm.
So you guys, you're gonna make your way into the Lyceum Towers separately, and you're led into these great huge doors, and it opens up into like kind of this massive, almost like a ballroom, like a gathering room. Ceilings go up for about 40 feet, and it's just this like architecture that you would think in like a great cathedral type. And then you're led off into another smaller room, kind of like a library. And one by one, your guides come in. And actually, who has done the description? Who knows the description of their guides? All right. Do you want to describe your guide real quick?
Yes, I actually do. So my guide's name is Rufus Dradent. He is a older human. He is darker skinned. He has very like white wispy hair. He's completely bald on top, with a few stray hairs that are left over, but he has a very long white beard. He wears just normal, almost like monks' robes that are dirty and kind of get dirtier as they go down. It doesn't seem like he showers a lot, but he takes extremely good care of his beard. It's always clean, but him as a person is not.
Does he just not get around to the rest of his body?
It takes so long to do his beard that he doesn't get around to the rest of his body. So this is Rufus Dradent.
Okay. Now, I know that you told us what you guys were. I know, Alistair, you're a drow. Do you have any distinguishing marks that you would like to share with the party, or do you just look like a common drow to everyone? Kind of the white, short white hair, dark clothing. Nothing stands out. Nothing in particular.
Pretty much a normal drow, except I've got like about the size of your hand, like a spider web, arcane marking kind of on the collarbone kind of area. That's just kind of peeking out. But
Okay.
apart from that, yeah, pretty much normal drow.
Actually, if I'm gonna bring this up real quick, your character portrait is kind of what you would look like anyway, I would imagine. What about you, Jared? I know you described yourself as a human. Is there anything distinguishing that you would want to tell the other players, like that they see you whenever you come into this room?
I'm 5'10", probably a slightly darker than tan, only because I spent so much time outside. With Bareen, I'm often traveling to other places to help people, whether it's just trying to heal them from some illness or from a curse or from some possession. I'm I'm always traveling. He's a bit darker too. He's maybe an inch or two taller than I am. He's slim also because normally we're walking. We usually have a mule with us to carry most of the stuff with us that we need. But other than that, there's nothing really distinguishing. Black eyes, black hair. So I wear traveler's clothes most of the time because, like I said, we're on the road a lot.
Gotcha. Now I know Simeon gave us a good description of his character, but is there anything else? He thought of something.
Okay, so for my guide guy, he is also double my height. He's exceptionally tall for being a human. He's like 6'11". He's like very tall.
Does he wear like stilettos to get himself that high?
No. See, that's also why he doesn't clean anything else, because it's just such a labor to bend over that far. But one thing about Simeon is he's missing a couple fingers. He's always been missing fingers. He's missing 2 on his left hand.
Okay.
That's kind of the only thing he looks like a gnome. He's older. He's like 120-ish. So he looks older, but he's not like necessarily that old as a gnome.
All right. Is there anything that stands out about Mordecai that we should know about? Is he missing a horn? Is he missing some teeth? Or are they sharpened?
His teeth are actually filed. Yeah, it's weird that you bring that up. Yeah, no, his family files their teeth to a point. So yeah, his teeth are really sharp, and he's got like these large curling horns that sort of start like the front of his head but curl back overwards, like or over behind. I mean he's a fairly large guy, like not fat, but like a tall built guy. I mean, he was in the military for 12 years, so like he's also we'll say, like, for imagination's sake, like 6'8" ish. And so about my height. And then yeah, he always wears
about my height. Wait a second here. I was sitting there.
No,
I
you
was
were
like,
allowed to say anything. None of you.
for imagination, we will believe that you're 6'8".
For the record, guys, this pillow is about 3 feet in diameter, or 3 feet across. Okay, so, like that's how I'm a big guy. Just trust me.
Compare him to his cats.
That nearly got through. No one picked up that.
Oh God.
And so yeah, no, he's a taller guy. Always wears his scale mail armor. Yeah, that's about it.
You don't have scale mail.
Yeah, I do. Do you want to go check it?
Unless you just changed it within like the last hour.
I should. Oh, is it plate mail? It might be plate mail, actually.
No.
Chain mail.
It's
My bad.
Yes.
I have chain mail.
Yes,
I
you
actually
do.
almost asked you if I could buy demon armor, and then I realized what that was. It sounded really cool at first because I was reading through the, and then I decided maybe not. Although, anyway, it's Ella's turn.
Yes,
That way.
Miss Ella. Sorry, Glinda.
Okay, so Glinda's actually, I forgot to mention, she's a half elf. So, and she's actually kind of short for a half elf. She's only 5 foot tall. But she has just ratty clothes on. She always just finds random things to put on while she steals, and usually they hold odd places.
So does she feel the need to steal right now from the party?
No, she just eyes certain things that she sees on the party, and like maybe eventually, but not right now.
Is it like specifically like clothing items? Like, you know, I'd look really good in that hat, sort of thing.
Or is it more like?
No,
Is it more like a trident?
Right.
Like I would really love that trident.
I think she really likes spider web tattoos. Actually, I think we were going over her sheet, and yeah, she said she really likes those.
That's a big stealth check to get the tattoo off.
All right.
I peel the skin.
All right. So you guys are in there. Your guides bring you in, and they kind of one by one leave you. and they don't really say anything to you guys. So you're awkwardly standing there for a while, kind of like sizing up each other. I guess for the 5 foot, do you look more like a half elf, like the elf side or the human side?
Looks more elvish.
She looks more elvish to me.
It's the ears.
Yes.
That's a really strange position for elf ears. Are you gonna get a surgery to move those down, or are they gonna stay up there forever? I just want to know if this is a permanent condition.
That's a very good question. So you guys are kind of standing there, looking at one another awkwardly, and just before one of you goes to break the silence, this man enters the room, and you look at him, and he's a young human male, probably about his early 20s, give or take a few. He has dark wavy hair, brown eyes, and he's wearing this dark blue robe that's trimmed with this silver thread. And he has this very pleasant, approachable look to him. And actually, I have a picture of this guy. But I forgot to put it in here, so I'm going to bring it up real quick. So, give me 1 second while I find it.
We're waiting on bated breath.
Actually, you should. He is, well, I don't know, it depends on what your definition of dreamy is. In some ways.
Definitely covered in hair. Maybe
I
part
like
bug,
Worgans.
part bear.
Part bear?
I like part owl, part bear. You know, owl bears.
I mean,
If you really want to go there.
we are on completely different spectrums here, Chris. I mean, yeah, it's just completely different.
All right.
Oh man, can that be a part of the Knight's Delight? By the way, it's just Simeon falling in love with an owl bear.
I'm not a knight. I'm just a gnome with some magic.
Really?
Sorry, is that Simeon Blackcog's?
Oh, you guys can't
voice?
see him.
No.
So, have any of you guys
You guys can't see
been
him.
around the town yet?
No.
Now we can.
Here, I'll put it up on Roll20 real quick.
Oh, that guy's got a fine mustachio.
Can you bring it up? I'm not
Yeah,
seeing it. Okay.
His hair, that like weird faux hawk type things. Also,
It's
thank
gorgeous.
Boogie Dat for the follow. But um,
Are you
And
going
Andrew
like
Cops.
radio announcer on us?
yes,
And bringing up the back end, we have. Actually, I don't know how to do horse announcing.
no, but thank you
what are
guys
the
for
names?
the follow.
Yes, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second and I'll bring this guy in.
He has some that mustache and that faux hawk was just like
Whoa.
it was on point.
Mhm. Yeah, he.
It's
clearly
not really a
grew
faux hawk. It's like a curly faux hawk. Like if it was in real life, it'd look ridiculous because he'd look like this. But
that. How do you get your hair to stand up like that?
Yeah, I can't do it.
It naturally just does that. Like I wash my hair all the time, and it's
Ken,
just
your
it
turn.
just
Sorry.
Ken, your turn. You try it.
no.
You almost got it.
Darn
No,
it.
Oh my god, your hair is so luscious. What is
But
it?
I admit also thank you Scotch for Brian for a follow as well.
See, this is why Chris is he's got an actually, Jared, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
boy. Wow.
I apologize for
You
this.
call me Chris now?
Jared has inspiration to start this adventure, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I figured out why we're not seeing it. I don't
Yeah,
think we're
I
on
have
the
you.
same-
No, you're not. You're not on the right page.
Yeah.
I'm moving you guys now.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
No, look at that mustache.
Hello.
Wait, who drew that?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
Give me some plugs here.
Jess drew it. She plays Kree in
Oh,
the
nice.
Destiny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Rad. Cool.
Um,
Thank you, Jess.
So I'm gonna put that up on the website later on. So that way people want to look at her work, they can do that. So she drew this guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He walks in, he kind of looks you guys up and down. And then he says, welcome to the Seer's Lyceum of Serenity. My name is Michael Versek, and I am a student here, Just as you will one day, I imagine. And I had another part that I was going to say. So he looks at you and says, "Why don't you tell me your names?"
My name is Jared Boxberg.
He says, "Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you.
You may call me Alistair.
Alistair. Okay. Suspicious, but I'll go with it.
Thank you.
Name Simeon.
Do you need to cough?
Yes. Name Simeon.
Ah, welcome to the CS Lyceum. And he looks at the tiefling.
Mordecai Ochno.
Short but simple. Sort of. And then the suspicious-looking female of the party.
Linda.
Oh no. I'm sorry. My Google Hangouts held that thought. I apologize.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Glinda was a good witch. Everybody knows that.
Okay, yeah, but here, this is not the gag, Ken. The gag is that I ask the question and then she answers.
I don't
Actually,
talk to you.
It is what you make of it,
And I don't.
adventurer.
So
What's
he
that,
says,
Ella?
If
So-
I don't want to talk to you, then I will not talk to you.
Well, that seems fair.
I truly am sorry, guys. I have to step away for a second. My son is calling me, and he has school tomorrow. So
It's fine, Pat. You
I
go
apologize. Chris, entertain, please. I'll be right
Chuckle.
back.
Welcome to Simeon's Corner. Have you guys ever been to the world of the Pernicious Chronicles?
What is the Pernicious Chronicles?
Well, the Pernicious Chronicles has two adventures going on right now. The adventures of Destiny and this current campaign that we are a part of, the Antecedents. So as you guys continue to watch, you can earn gold in chat. You can see that by going to
Simeon.
exclamation point gold. You can earn gold by going explanation gold.
Hey, Simeon.
Yes. What do you want?
You messed up.
How did I?
Antecedents.
Shut up.
Antecedents. Oh, you see, I was a hermit. I don't know these words.
You,
It's really hard
are
to
you,
understand words
Are
when
you
you.
speak in common? Are you? How did you talk to like squirrels or anything? Like,
I talked to my bullwhip. It only cracked back at me. It had a
Alright.
lot of witty puns.
I
I cracked a smile sometimes.
would you say it was snappy?
It was very snappy.
Would you also say it was smart as a whip?
Oh gosh. Okay. So okay, I'm going back into this. Okay, guys.
Is Patrick back yet?
No, he's not.
He's still on with this guy.
So in this break, I just really want to say thank you guys who have followed and the people who, if you guys are watching, we would love a follow. It really does help us out. It gives us to allow us to entertain you guys. It allows you to also see our other Destiny campaign, which is really good. And you guys should watch. There's a lot of great people. The person who drew the picture currently on the screen is also a part of that, playing Kree. We have Jess. So thank you guys so much for your support.
Also,
Aaron.
this is a chance to talk about our sponsor, Random Art Tools that I found on my table. So they've been really
It
kind.
looks like it has
to
blood
provide
on
art tools. It's not blood. It's rust. It's rust. It is.
Oh,
it-
rust from blood because of the iron.
I used this to like away at some oh shoot, what do you call it? Plaster. A couple days ago. It's treated me really well. If you guys want to buy something like this, you probably can't. They stopped making them.
They were too dangerous. They murdered people on cue.
Just go to 123patreon.com / we don't have one for a chance to win a great chisel. So that'd be
we'll
nice.
include it in the giveaway. It can be part of the giveaway.
Yeah, no, we'll throw it in the package with one of the books. Actually, we do have that giveaway going on soon.
Oh yeah, guys. exclamation mark giveaway, and you guys can enter a giveaway. It takes some gold, so the more you watch, the more not the more you're able to enter, but you can enter. So exclamation mark giveaway. I will type that in chat so you guys can check that out.
Have we talked about the store yet, where you can buy essentially things that'll kill us? That's a thing.
That is
in the store.
that is also another thing. Exclamation mark store.
I mean, it served the other party pretty well last time, actually, because it was great. They were let's see, what was it? They were in that dungeon, and I hit.
Is that where you died?
No, I wasn't a part of that.
No, because the one I did, I gave them natural 20s, so the monster hit the ship and they lost all their.
Yeah, it's getting the ship like
Nice.
shipwreck.
Yeah. It was quite fun.
Yeah.
Please don't bring that back to me, because I know karma is going to kill me in this campaign.
What'd you
Somebody's
say
gonna.
What you say about me?
No, you said my name. My name's Karma. What you want?
Karma.
You talking crap? You want to go, little man? I'll punch you across the room. You'll end up in the wall with your face in the wall.
Do it.
Not anything
Do
else. Just your face.
Do it.
Maybe later. I'm tired. I haven't slept in a while. It's been a long night. I couldn't sleep. I've got tiefling insomnia, which is it's different than regular insomnia. It pretty much just means
My
that
horns
I
just
haven't
bother me in the night.
Every time I go to bed, my horns just poke me in the eyes.
Wait, they're not like oh shoot.
They're not hard horns.
They're not, wait, no, they're not soft horns. Like what?
Like ram's horns?
Yeah, kind of. They like start here and they go backwards. Yeah, like that.
Little did you know, they've grown into your eyes. They've actually you
they've, like,
didn't trim
grown
them
around?
enough. Yeah, they grown around, and that's why you had. That's what tiefling insomnia is, because you can't trim your horns.
Happen.
We'll wait till he's asleep and just start trimming his horns down like little by little.
Little does he know that there's somebody who walks in and just starts smacking him.
Eventually, he just looks like Hellboy, where it's just a flat.
Yeah.
Just night by night, we're just gonna feel it down a little bit and fall.
They're
Okay,
behind his head, so I think it would take.
guys, we can get back into the campaign.
Hey,
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
I apologize. My kids have precedence. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Which president though?
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
running
This
this
guy.
year?
This guy.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. After he comes back, he was on his sending stones.
Lunch break.
So, Michael comes back, and he continues. He says, "You're probably wondering why you're all here, and your guides have left you in this room, no? Probably.
Yes.
Well, there are
No,
things...
I have inspiration.
There are things going on right now. Things that require the attention of the entire Lyceum. In the recent months, a cult has made its presence known to the world. They have been rapidly growing in power, and are now in search of 3 magical artifacts. Where are these artifacts? I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. He says, were these not artifacts made by former Grandmaster Dylane, the Lyceum would not see it as much of a threat. However, with the disappearance of the bards and the hunt for these artifacts, the council has taken notice. Now, the reason that you're all here is because we reached out to all of the guides across Babylon, and yours are the ones that answered. They seem to think that you're ready for the next step of your training. If you are, and you partake on this mission, you will be rewarded with rank within the Lyceum if you succeed. What say you?
Well, it doesn't really seem like we have much of a choice now, does it?
Oh, there's the door. And he kind of waves his hands to the entrance of the room that you came in.
You're too pretty to trust.
And you're too short to be kind.
I like this guy. I really like this guy.
He's got a nice wit about him.
Well, I mean, so what's the what would happen if we fail?
Who knows? Maybe this cult gets these items and the world ends. I don't know. That's why we're sending you. We need to get them before they do.
What artifacts would we be after?
Ah, I'm glad you asked. Now, before we can get into the details of this, I need to know that you're all in.
Well, Breen told me that I needed to be here, and I trust him. So I'm in.
I mean, all right.
Outstanding. Excellent, excellent.
Waiting for this invite for quite a while.
Ah, have you now? Excellent. Okay, let's get down to the business. So, I know Alistair, you asked about the artifacts. So, he looks at you and he says, well, there are 3 items that you are to seek out. The first is called the Bell of Grand Opening. The second is called the Eye of Medelia. And the third, well, it was a creation by a Grandmaster, Dylane. And for lack of a better name, we just call it Dylane's box, because honestly, we didn't know about it. So, that's kind of part of the problem. Now, what I can tell you, the Bell of Grand Opening, which looks like a simple golden bell, can be identified by a magical rune that's on the inside of it. So if you take it and you turn it over, you would see the inscription on it. It is currently owned by Anfroy, the Baron of Thistle. However, you don't have to go find him because he's here in Serenity. He's housed in a small mansion, kind of north of here. So he's easy to find. The second item is a teal-looking crystal with a sliver of black onyx melded inside of it, kind of giving it an appearance of an eye.
Sorry, 1 second. Can you go back to the previous item and what was the guy's name?
I'm sorry, but have you hit puberty yet?
Just last week. Sorry, Tieflings age a little bit slower than everybody else. But no, could you repeat that guy's name?
Oh, the guy's name. The Baron of Thistle. His name is Anthroy.
Baron of Thistle.
Yes, yes.
Can you spell Android for me?
What do I look like? Your secretary?
No, but you look like somebody who would probably know how to spell it.
A-N-F-R-O-Y.
A-N-F-R-O-Y. Okay.
Are you jotting this down in your notebook?
Yes. He's got just a little like pad and paper. Okay, got it. Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Can I continue now? Thank
Yes,
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Continue to the next item.
So, yes, this teal-looking crystal has a sliver of black onyx melded into it, giving it the appearance of an eye, which gives off a soft glow in the moon's light. Currently, the last ritual indicated that the eye was in the dwarven fortress of Arabian, in the eastern ridge of the jagged mountains.
Oh.
Now, the fun part. The last item that's on this cult's list is Dylane's box. Dylane was a Grandmaster of the Lyceum, but was expelled after a dangerous experiment cost the life of one of his students. Whatever is in that box, he destroyed all records of it. The Lyceum had no idea that it even existed until the cult began searching. It's currently located
How did we find out?
because they were searching.
Sorry, one more
But-
time. Can you spell Dylane?
D-A-I dash
Okay.
L-A-I-N.
Dash. L-A-I-N.
You don't have to spell out dash, just throw a
I-
line.
Oh, okay, my bad. 1 second. Dash.
Tiefling, is this
O-A,
going
okay.
to be a problem?
No. I'm good. Continue.
Tieflings.
Yes, tieflings. You are correct, my friend. However, you're a drow, so you're not that much better.
I'm a
I
gnome.
I know.
Just making sure.
Alright, so where was I? Oh yes, all the records were destroyed. Oh yes. The Lyceum had no idea that it even existed until the cult began searching. It's currently located on one of the islands along the northern tip of the Crescent Isles. Unfortunately, the box's description is unknown to the Lyceum. So, there'll be some investigating to be had.
But you said the bell was here in the city? with
Yes.
The Baron?
Yes.
Interesting.
Would this Baron know that we're on our way?
He would not. I'm actually going to switch the map real quick.
Okay.
So get all you can of Michael, because his beautiful face is going away.
Ah, buddy, I'm gonna miss you.
But his voice will still be here.
Oh god.
Rub screen.
Don't worry, I took a screenshot.
Did you now?
Yeah.
You took part of his soul.
Um,
How dare you?
no, I'm it's for safekeeping.
What is this screenshot you speak of?
I'll explain it to you later. It's kind of complicated and long, and I don't want to get into it.
What sorcery is this?
People magic.
Okay, so if you look at the map, you guys are in the building almost in the center of town, or I'm sorry, of the city. If you look over to the northwest, outlined in yellow, is the mansion where he kind of marked it on the map for you, so it would be fairly easy to find. It's not like he's hiding or anything. He's a Baron of Thistle, so he thinks he's. I guess one of the things I should let you guys know of, during session 0, we talked about the 5 major houses, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things with the houses is the way they're set up is you have like the higher lords, and then it kind of goes down from there. But at the bottom of the noble house, you have a baron. So
Okay.
the baron is like the lowem totem pole kind of guy. It's set up like the feudal system of the like medieval Europe and stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
Make sense? Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
So that's where he's located. And Michael just kind of like stands there as he drew everything out on the map.
So, when would we be leaving for this
Baron's house.
artifact?
Well, that's entirely up to you guys.
Again, does he know that we're headed to gather this item, or is he completely unaware?
The only people that know about this is the Lyceum.
And the bards.
Is he home? Or is he on vacation?
He is most definitely home.
If the Baron is home, couldn't the Lyceum simply ask for the bell if it's of so much importance? Why send us to be your errand boys? I mean, it's in town.
Sorry, I was reading a comment. He looks at you and he says, well, at the moment, everyone is out looking for the bards. I've been here to babysit you. I'm sending you to go look for it. You can go ask him for it. You can try to steal it, as your Glinda has obviously thought of already. You can barge your way in and go fight him for it, for all I care. Oh yes, by the way, I forgot to mention this. If you get caught, this is not a Lyceum sanctioned mission.
I do have a quick world building question. How do the general public view the Lyceum?
Currently, okay, so that's a very good question. Because if you go off the Destiny campaign, they all fear the Lyceum.
Yep.
Obviously, the Lyceum is rooted down in the middle of the city, so they don't have a problem with them. They don't see them as they don't fear them. As a matter of fact, they probably kind of integrate with them. They would do like a lot of different services for just like the nobles and just the people around the cities or around the entire continent, because they have different towers spread out across the land.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mostly positive then.
Yes.
Well, like positive from the nobles, maybe neutral for the rest of everybody.
I'm sorry, I was about to respond to something. Say that one more time.
It's okay. Maybe neutral for the rest of everybody.
Yes. So, exactly. Now, somebody made a comment, and I want to go off of this real quick. Now, Dylane, when he created these artifacts, he was expelled, and he knew what these artifacts were, and he knew what they did. But to hide it and from everyone, including the Lyceum and anybody else that would have came and looking for it, he destroyed all records of it and basically, kind of like
like
sorry,
he tried
Chris
to like
is-
scrub his existence from the Lyceum, right? Like he tried to just blacklist himself. Nobody could search for him, that sort of thing.
Exactly. So
Okay.
he got expelled for what happened to his student, but what happened was because of these artifacts, and only he truly knew what they did. So
Right.
to make sure that nobody ever kind of fell into that again, he took them and hid them. Now, the Lyceum can locate them now that they know what they're looking for,
Okay.
but they don't know what they do. And they're concerned because this cult is after them. And the cult pops up around the same time that the bards disappeared.
So here's the thing. If this artifact was so dangerous that it had to be hidden from the Lyceum, it's possible that this guy will not give this up willingly. This is not something that we could just walk up to the door and then say, "Hey, can we have your bell?" He's not going to take kindly to that.
Sorry, Ella is not coming through for some reason.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
It's called I'm whispering to myself, and no one has to understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Michael looks at her and says, "Are you okay?"
I'm
She's kind of creeping me out, guys.
Okay, so one person we need to watch out for, Glinda.
I'm a drow. and I'm
Continuing.
freaked out.
Is Amphoy a gracious host, or is he kind of a hermit?
And Froy is, for the lack of a better word, naive. He probably has no idea what this thing is.
Okay, so I take back my previous statement. We probably could just ask for it and then come back here.
It's quite possible. But here's another thing.
Just one more thing.
There's one more thing. Yes. Before you come back here, I need you to gather all of the items. Or, I'm sorry, we need you to gather all of the items. Then come back here.
So was that I or
A slip? Yeah. Mm.
well, plot point?
Yeah.
So the Lyceum is interested in these objects then, correct?
Clearly.
Okay.
That's why you're here.
All right, well then I guess we need to pack for a pretty long trip.
We'll
all-
go last.
Quite yet. We only have to go halfway across the town for the first thing.
After we get that thing, can we come drop that off and then go for the other ones? That way we don't have to carry it around.
We would prefer it if you would keep it in your company. The reason for this is because we think there's a mole. We think that part of this cult has made its way into the Lyceum. And if one of the items come back here, then they're going to be aware that we are looking for them.
How do we know you're not the mole?
How do I know that you're not?
He's clearly not a mole. He's beautiful.
You're
I'm definitely not the mole.
No, again,
That's what a mole would say.
Do you all know what a mole looks like?
But from a DM standpoint, that would be great to have a mole inside the party that's secretly playing against you guys.
Oh boy, thanks for planting the seed, Glinda.
All eyes are on Glinda.
It was a gnome all along.
Everyone just looks to Glinda.
We all just kind of glare. Okay, so there could be an infiltrator in the Lyceum, and that's what you're worried about.
That is correct.
How do you know it's not one of us?
And then he kind of looks at you guys and he counts out to 5 and he says, "Well, I thought there was supposed to be a 6th person." And he looks at blasted Koa. And then goes on.
What?
Okay, well, I'm sure they can just meet up with us. This seems a little more important than to just leave.
Do you need anything more from us?
Well,
Where are we free to go?
you are free to go at any moment. Is there anything else you need from me?
Do you have anything that we may need for this adventure?
Nope.
Or any supplies? I like food.
You're more than welcome to go to the Lyceum supply room. Kitchen,
Okay.
as it were.
Does it have swords on the wall and you cut the food with it?
They're magical swords. So what happens is they do the thing and then they fall and they chop.
Okay.
Like this.
I
He
think
looks at you and says, "You're a wizard. Are you not?"
I'm a sorcerer. Are you not?
Close enough.
Are we able to get a full meal before we leave?
You're more than welcome to.
I want to go check.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna get a.
We should go check out the supply room. See if there's anything we can grab.
Is there a way that we can keep in touch and make sure that we're able to reach the Lyceum should we need it?
He pulls out a sending stone. Do you know what those are?
Yeah.
Mordecai reaches out his hand. And they use them in the military.
Ah, fair enough. And he goes to hand it to you, but then he kind of like pulls back, and he looks at Jared and he says, "I'll give this to you."
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I feel a little bit shorted, but that's fine.
You're quite tall to be. You're quite tall to be shorted.
I swear I'm gonna kick you into a wall. Okay, well we should probably just get going then. And Mordecai's gonna start walking towards the door.
I think we should go to the supply room, not the actual
Where he
door.
was- That's what.
You just
Okay.
said door.
Okay,
I don't know, I'm in the
to
voice.
get to the supply room, I have to go through the door. Simeon, are you coming or are you not?
I don't trust doors.
That's fine. And Mordecai just keeps walking.
Before we leave, do you have
Huh?
any maps that we could use?
I think didn't he give us this map?
Yeah, he would have given you a map of the city and the map of Evelon.
Can you roll play
Okay.
that for us real quick?
You're talking about Michael, or you're talking about?
I'm talking about Michael, yeah.
I'll take those maps.
He rolls it up and gives it to you, and he says, "How is this going to fit in your backpack? It's quite large."
Holding, Simeon's holding it, and he's holding it like this, and it's like almost his height, and he's like,
I'll do just fine. I had to deal with squirrels in my old temple.
and you just see him put it like on his shoulders, like a log, as he starts to leave the room and follow Mordecai out the door to the supply room.
Okay.
I will follow also, just shaking my head.
Oh man.
All right.
Then
So,
you just
You're not
walk
the only
around
one.
Everyone, and
Yeah.
they get food.
Okay.
Also, I would assume that
Glinda,
Simeon
right.
puts the thing in his back snap thing. his
Okay.
thing about.
Glinda, you actually don't have to go far to get to this massive like feasting table, just full of this delicious-looking food. There's a couple of students here and there sitting around eating, so you're more than welcome to fill your belly as much as you like, while these other ones kind of wander off.
Okay.
It's food baby time.
All right. So we're going to the supply room, right?
Yep, sure.
So is there anything of notability in? I know that's a perception check, probably, but
It's more along the lines of what you're looking for, because
okay. Let me do this. Is there?
so you walk into this room. Michael actually leads you guys to this room. You go down a hallway away from the feasting hall to the left. Tunnels narrow down. Somebody's clicking.
Ken, your keyboard.
Is it Ken?
It sounds fancy.
No.
The face. Oh.
As he hits enter and his message pops up on the screen.
Oh man.
So they walk you down a hallway. It's like this 10-foot wide, kind of like, it's actually about a 20-foot kind of archway type ceiling. Nice stonework, and there's paintings along the way. And you go off into another room, and it's kind of like I'd say it's just like a 20 by 20 room. There's tables along the walls, and you see scroll materials, parchments, inks, quills, and those types of things. And then that's why I'm asking you, what in particular are you looking for? Because there are crates and stuff as well.
I mean, I'd like to go, I think I'd like to go dive into, check out some of these crates.
Okay. So, Michael, he turns to you and says, feel free to take whatever you want. However, don't be greedy. These are supplies for the students. And he kind of leaves you to it.
Okay, that's fine.
Take it all.
Well, luckily the rogue is filling her face full of turkey and stuff right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey,
That's a good
I
point.
don't get to eat very often.
That's a good point. Yeah, no, you do your thing. It's okay. We'll be back to pick you up after a bit.
So Simeon
5 minutes
walks up.
later, I walk into the room
Yeah.
after eating a 3-course meal.
And you see them ripping through these crates and barrels and piles of clothes and stuff.
I'm not doing that. I'm just watching them.
Simeon is
I don't know them yet.
opening the crate and throwing the things off and literally jumping into the crates. You just see stuff flying out of it, just trying to find stuff.
Simeon, we're gonna have to clean this up afterwards. You know that, right?
I built a temple. I think cleaning's fine.
Okay, I don't feel like those two skills are necessarily related, but just do your thing. And Mordecai's gonna be looking for rope and a grappling hook and caltrops.
You find the rope and the grappling hook, but no caltrops. Trying to figure out why the Lyceum would have caltrops.
Just wondering.
I'm sure they had to run away from people.
Infiltration missions, and that sort of thing, because that's what we're doing here.
Linda sees a brand new shirt that's on the floor while Simeon is throwing stuff out of her crate, and just gently bends down and picks it up and just stashes it in a pack that he's wearing.
Okay. Any particular type of shirt? Any particular color? Because it could become useful later.
Brown generic shirt.
Is it bejeweled or is there I don't know, does it say sassy on the back of it?
No, it's a plain generic shirt.
Missed an opportunity.
Wish it did.
Oh.
Can I look for any herbs or anything medicinal kind of thing? I.e., this might sound weird, but insects.
Like dried insects and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I tell you what, roll me a d20 on roll 20.
Oh, first roll, hell yeah!
Guys, we're playing D&D. What is up?
Just the 20.
Yep,
Yeah, just-
because even rolls mean yes, odd rolls mean no. So you find the insects you seek.
Nice.
I will take said insects, and I have crawling out of my sleeve a little tiny spider familiar, and I will. Here we are, Miss Charlotte. One for you, and one for me, and one for you, and one for me. And I will just be in the corner, just feeding my spider, just having a bit of a meal.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Ella's face is priceless when he's feeding the spider.
Like, yeah, not even like this is normal. This is normal.
Oh,
for
so
me.
you know we can go get food later, right? I'm just saying, don't ruin your appetite.
I'm having food now though.
What? Okay, that's fine. It goes back to what he's doing.
Do you want some?
What's it taste like?
It's
Chicken.
It's food. It's food.
Okay.
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, sure, I'll try one. Mordecai's gonna try one. Can you tell me what it tastes like? Like what? It's kind of
Earthy.
no,
It's
nope.
got this like dusty, earthy taste to it.
It's
Yeah,
good,
I think-
yeah.
Yep, this is fine. And he's just gonna walk away.
So
Go down, Logan.
Simeon kind of like peeks up. Can we roll to see, like, how big is this room?
It's about a 20 by 20, 10-foot high ceilings.
So, like, can I roll to see if there's anybody like hiding in the room, or anybody like watching, or anybody just like creeping?
Sure, you can give me a perception check. Are you looking for like a house elf or something?
Like, just making sure that they're like that we don't have any like unwanted people, because like,
They said that there was a mole, so
yeah,
Fair enough.
there's a mole. So like, why wouldn't I just double check that? So let me go to my stuff.
So after you like rip through everything, you just start like looking around. Like, I feel like I'm being watched.
Okay, I'm gonna do a perception. Okay,
It looks clear.
it looks clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
You,
Is there any did I find like, okay, hear me out. Were there any feathers about in these crates?
there were quills, like the pin quills. So you
How ma-
okay? So
that counts.
How many of these?
let's go with a. Let's roll here.
We never
Three.
leave the store.
Okay, were they just white quills?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a hat?
Ooh. Roll a d20. I know where you're going. You're trying to be a fancy gnome.
Okay, roll
Oh, man.
1d20. It didn't do it.
Dude, you can. There's a thing off to the side with the thing that looks like a dodecahedron. Just click on that, and then there's a like selection of dice you can roll in there.
I actually don't see any. Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, d20.
It's in your toolbar.
An 18.
Oh,
Nice.
So
There's
you
18
find
hats.
you find a hat, but the problem is it's like an adult-sized hat, and you're like 3 feet tall.
Yes.
So it's like this massive hat. Kind of, it would look like a 10-gallon hat on any on you, but it looks like a normal hat on somebody else, like Mordecai.
Is it a cowboy hat, or is it like a sun hat? Is it a baseball cap? Like what? Are
Oh
we
no.
talking?
Okay. Is it like a sun cap, and can it be brightly colored?
We're gonna go with that. It is. I was thinking white actually for this hat.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's kind of like a. I'm thinking like it's like the Robin Hood type hat, with it's pointed and kind of comes back and folds in the back.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the quills, take them, shove them into the hat, and wear this overly sized giant Robin Hood cap, and just feel really good about myself. So I have this really just huge white with like plumage coming out on like one side, and it looks ridiculous.
Okay, so yeah, this is a ridiculous looking hat.
Are there any potions in the room? Sorry, actually, does anybody else want to do something?
I'm just gonna look at Simeon and just go, "That's weird," while I'm eating insects.
Just
Actually, I'm standing. Yeah, I've been standing in the back, watching all the weirdness going on.
Yep.
The insects, the hat, and I'm still not sure what Mordecai's doing. So
He's actually looking around for potions. If there's any like sort of potions.
Something normal. Okay.
So
I'm a
in
reasonable guy.
in this, it's more
Responsible.
like mundane supplies. You wouldn't find potions
Yeah.
and herbs and stuff to make those. He got
Yeah.
lucky and found the dried insects. Now it could have been part of a spell component. It could have just been some old ass bag that was just found.
I think
You
he
know,
was just trying to feed his spider.
Oh, we were just hungry. Miss Charlotte was hungry.
I do have one more question. Is there like an inkwell that I can take?
There is, but it's empty.
Ooh. I'm gonna take the inkwell,
think
empty
it's
inkwell
Lyceum-
right now.
Lyceum
I'm gonna
stock.
take that right now because I'm just imagining him pulling out a quill and being like out of his hat.
All right.
Weird side note. Could someone kill a familiar or no?
It's more of like when you reduce it down to its hit points, it goes back into it like its little dimension, like its little pocket dimension.
Okay.
So that wasn't technically a note. That was a foreshadowing event.
Wait, what was she looking for? Mordecai didn't see it. Doesn't matter.
So what is Glinda doing this entire time?
She just observes and tries to stay away from everybody, especially the one with the spider.
Okay.
No on that.
Are you looking for anything in particular while you have the opportunity?
No.
All right. Jared, what about you?
Nope, I pretty much have everything that I need.
All right, good deal. Okay, so you guys kind of. I'm sorry.
Well, before we leave, Mordecai wants to. Okay, is the room secure? Can somebody close that door? We need a safe place to be able to talk about this.
I walk over with my hat, like grabbing onto it, as not to lose it because it's very important to me right now. And I walk over and close the door.
While you close the door, sorry, I had to jump on something real quick. Ken, is today your birthday?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday!
So
Thank you very much.
Somebody sold you out.
Yes.
Yes, I can see that
Okay.
now.
Who was it? Who was it?
What?
Okay.
Sassy Tay91 sold them
Happy
out.
birthday
Yeah.
to.
Nope.
I was.
Nope. We're not gonna sing.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't sing that; it's copyrighted.
You're right. It's
Okay.
birthday.
Happy birthday from all of us to you.
That's
happy
also
birthday.
copyrighted.
No,
If
it's
I-
not.
Wow, I'm actually surprised. Okay, cool.
It is
I would-
Birthday
common
copyrighted.
law not copyrighted because
Wouldn't
it-
Happy
multiple-
Birthday do that too?
no, because somebody copyrighted it when it was first made.
Oh, that's lame.
But a bunch of restaurants started using the Happy Birthday song. Therefore, no one could copyright it. Therefore, it was just.
Well, happy birthday, Jared. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. I would assume that the Sassy Tay91 is one of my daughters or my wife.
Sold you out.
Hello.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Okay, so Simeon, you go over and you shut the door.
He's a jolly good fellow.
Just like walking over.
Can anybody sweep the room to make sure that we're not being listened to?
I already tried. It doesn't seem like there was anybody in here.
We might be safe then. Okay, we need to talk about how exactly we're getting into this this house. It doesn't seem like the guy's very attentive, so we may be able to just wait until nightfall and then
Sneak in.
get in.
I say,
Be the half elf's mo. So
I think we should just walk up to the front door and ask if we can come inside. I mean, he seems to be, from what he said, naive. If we
Okay,
do
so
that, he
that's
might
not-
just invite us in.
that's not a bad idea. Okay, well then, do you want to do that first? Because if we do that, then we can absolutely get in. If we break in and we get caught, there's absolutely no way we can just ask.
I mean, who
Think
could
that would
deny
be-
this fancy hat?
Alistair, do you have any ideas?
I mean, that hat is very distracting. That hat and Simon could be the perfect distraction.
That could work. Jared, do you have any ideas as to how exactly we should go about this?
First, I'm going to throw some light because the room seems to be a little dark for me.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's better.
Yes, thank you. Oh, now I know who's talking. If I guess we should go check out what the place looks like. I mean, if we're going to break in, we should know what it looks like. If we're going to go talk to the guy, we should know what the place looks like. We should just go look and see what the place looks like.
I agree. All right.
Jared, you're a wise man.
Sorry, it was loud.
But all right. Well, because we still do have 2 other artifacts to get after this one. So what we're going to have to do is collect the artifact. We're going to need. Oh, are there any bags in this place? So like I'm looking for just sacks. Like
I have a couple.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we might want to be able to keep this thing away from the other artifacts. We have no idea how they're going to react if they're near each other, and so we're going to need to keep them isolated. We can develop a plan for the rest after we've gotten this first artifact. Is everybody in agreement?
Sure.
Agreed.
Okay,
That's fine.
Glinda, you're whispering to yourself, and it's making me very uncomfortable again.
I'm the mole. I'm the mole. I'm the mole.
Okay, well, seems like we've lost Glinda. All right, let's go ahead and just take off then.
Let's just keep on.
So yeah, unless
Patrick,
anybody wants food.
So, no.
What were you gonna say, Glinda?
Nothing. Just a sassy remark to
No, say them. By all means, say
The
them.
word sassy appears on the back of her shirt.
I should get a shirt that says sassy on it.
You had the opportunity.
All right. So,
I pull out the map of the city so we
Okay.
can figure out where we're going.
What happened to the gnome?
His hat.
Over here. Over here.
you see like this
behind
feather
the
like
map.
bouncing up behind the map.
Okay, there you are.
Now, okay, so about the city, I do want to tell you guys a little bit more about it. Obviously, along the harbor, there's going to be, that's mostly like a warehouse district and kind of houses like imports and stuff and exports as they come into the city. Along the edges of the walls, there's districts that make up all of the kind of like the commoners. I don't want to say peasants, but more like commoners, but not your nobles. So that's like the meat of the populace.
So like below merchant class?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
Now, around the Lyceum, and if you look at the map, so where I'm pinging at, this set of buildings right out to the east. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys see it or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
That you guys know that makes up, because actually since Glinda's here, she would tell you this as well. Maybe, I don't know. She's kind of secretive. That makes up like your main guilds, like your guild halls and stuff, and they're kind of like bunched together. And then on the interior, kind of around like the next few districts out from the Lyceum, you have kind of like your craftsmen's. And pretty much anything you want to find is in this city. And it's kind of funny that you had said this before, because the statistics of the city itself, you have the current ruling queen. Her name is Cassandra Sterling. The governor is Rosian Knox, and they have an elite fighting force called the Queen's Shield. The population is well over 100,000, and the majority of the people are humans, followed by halflings, then elves, dwarves, gnomes, half elves, half orcs, and kind of like some other races mixed in. It does have some imports and exports, and it's famous for certain things, but what it's most infamous for are nobles and hairstyles, and a few other things, indulgence, theatrics, and gambling. But Simeon's hat goes along with the whole hairstyle getup. Just so you know. So you would probably fit in with the nobles.
Oh yeah. The
Well,
nobles.
Shower.
Nobles.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, this is gonna be. Oh god. Okay. So we
Patrick,
leave.
what do we know of the Baron? Like the actual man himself.
He's naive, apparently.
Is he
Well,
something
no,
we would
anything
have
else?
heard about already?
You guys, Glinda may have going around. Actually, you know what? Give me let's go with a
Knowledge.
Yeah, just an intelligence check. Let's go with an intelligence check or history. Give me a history check. Let's do that.
History?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm good
Glinda.
at it.
No, Glinda.
Glinda? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How-
Technically, this is the first real roll. Actually, no, it's the second because you made the
if you-
perception.
If you go to your page and then click, so when you go to your page and you go to the main page of your page in Roll20, you can click your character sheet, and then it's in pretty much your skills, and then you click on history. You just click on the word history.
Let's see what a roll is. Did you click it?
Yep. 13.
Okay, so
He's naive.
you know that that he likes the comforts of the city, which is why he's here. Because Thistle, and you guys would know this, especially actually like all of you, because you kind of traveled through it. Thistle is kind of like at the edge of the jagged mountains where Allura, the House Allura's territories, kind of come to an end. So it's like a little section down there, and there's nothing really out there. So it's kind of like he left all of his people to do their jobs, and he just kind of came to the city to have fun. But you've seen him in the streets, Glinda, and you feel like he has this aura to him that he's more important than everybody else because he is a baron. Oh, can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. Yeah. So that's what you know.
Okay.
So who's next?
Yeah. He's pretty naive, but he sees himself as very more important than everybody else.
Okay, so this guy would probably be good to just schmooze for a bit, and then he'd probably just give us what we want.
Sounds like he would like my hat. Unlike you folks.
Are you really willing to give him your hat? Because it might come to that if that's what you're suggesting.
Also, we don't know if he likes men or not.
We can keep that one in mind, Jared.
We can use the gnome.
Again, Simeon, are you putting yourself up to this, or are you just throwing out random ideas? Because if you really want to seduce the Baron, I will back you up. But unless you would really like to be, the object of his affections, I wouldn't put that idea forward.
I'm just kind of a team player.
Okay, well that's fine. Although she said he's a human, correct? So maybe Jared, if it comes to that, I'm just gonna throw it out there. You might have to.
Take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out when we get there. That's all I'm saying. We'll figure it out. So maybe we should go.
I do have a question before we leave to Patrick. So on the map, I'm going to ping it. What is that thing?
That's just kind of like a fountain. there's a kind of like a moving market that people
Around
come
it?
out. Yeah, that
Okay.
it's kind of like a center market square. Now, as far as like the golden tree, there's kind of like a barrier of guards that are around it. People are allowed to approach it, but if you would do anything that they would see that would cause harm to the tree, they wouldn't hesitate to cut you down.
Okay, so I'm going to walk over to the fountain.
So you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
actually
take-
leave the Lyceum?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
we're
I
not-
thought we were outside of the Lyceum.
No, we haven't
Boom,
left the room
okay.
yet. We're still talking about this stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, I thought we were outside for some reason.
Simeon,
Simeon, come back!
just runs outside.
I know there's a
Go
fountain.
word.
I haven't even put the map away. Just
Okay, so
running with
we-
the map.
So Simeon rolls up the map. We start leaving as a group, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Jared, are you following?
Yes, I am following.
A little reluctant.
I'm not leading this group. I'm just walking behind them, wondering what's going on.
Mordecai, I guess, takes point.
I put the map up so I don't look like a giant walking map, and I follow.
Oh man.
And
I thought you were trying to sail there.
Oh no, the hat would help that too, because like it's like an airfoil, and then I
See?
put the thing behind me, and I can just like fly.
It's like a hand glider.
Yeah, again, Aaron, it's like the flying nun, but
Right. Stop it. Anyway, okay, yeah. So, what do we see when we immediately leave the Lyceum? I guess.
So,
Is that where we're at?
yeah, that's where you guys would be. It actually kind of comes down when you exit those giant doors. Yes. Somebody wants you to turn up your mic a little bit.
Who?
Glinda.
Me?
Glinda.
Glinda.
Or Ella.
How did I do that?
Well, it's kind of like when you're cutting in and out for us, so they're having a little bit hard time of hearing you.
Maybe in your sound settings.
yeah, there should be a settings thing for like preferences or settings or something.
You don't have a push. Or you don't have a push to talk. Never mind. I was gonna say that
And
might
then
be an issue.
And then you should be able to go to, if you go to settings, there should be a setting for microphone, and you should be able to change the input volume. Maybe I'm on a Mac, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, Max.
Let's not go
I mean,
there. What's this
right.
Mac you speak of?
Macintosh.
Is it large? Would you call it big?
Okay, so when you come out of the giant doors, there's this grand staircase that leads down to the street, and actually kind of comes out to where the fountain is. And it's kind of like a busy, bustling market going around. People trying to sell all sorts of stuff from all across Ebelon.
Right.
I'm gonna run down the steps and like into like towards the fountain, because I really want to go make a wish in that fountain.
Oh boy, this is
Is
how we
this
all.
better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better. It has a lot of background
Yeah, it
noise.
does
though.
have some background noise.
So
Could we see me and wait? Don't run too far ahead.
I'm just going to the fountain. I'm gonna go to the fountain. I'm gonna take out one of my gold coins. I'm gonna flick it and make a wish into it.
Okay,
That's it.
So you flick up.
Really?
Nothing happens. Like everybody just kind of goes about what they're doing.
You know, maybe having friends was my wish. Yeah.
Still hasn't happened yet. So, yeah. Good luck with that one.
But yeah, I kind of figured it wouldn't happen. So that was the ultimate goal. Was just I just wanted to test that. And,
Wait,
like
okay.
Simeon's like doing the hat thing down the stairs too, where it's like popping off, and he's just holding on.
Simeon, that was a perfectly good cold coin. What was that?
And it's like gone forever now.
It doesn't hurt to have a little faith.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, so
I think it's a gnome thing.
If we're gonna get. Oh, by the way, what time is it?
It's about midday.
Okay.
Alright.
How long would it take us to get to the Baron's house if we walked for a bit?
Actually, it wouldn't take that long because there's a pretty good sizable street that heads up that way.
Yeah.
And the roads here are actually made out of cobblestone. So
Okay.
And it seems to be pretty clear. So there's people walking up and down, but the flow is moving well. So
Is there
it shouldn't
anything
take maybe 45 minutes or so walking, depending on what you stop for.
Okay, guys. So we should probably pick up something nice for the Baron. Something
Ooh.
that might impress him a little bit. You said he was a man of decadence, so
Are there any dye shops near here? Is there any place that sells dye?
Roll the d20 for me.
Okay.
You got 50-50 chances.
Yeah. Roll.
Not that you
No.
can find.
Is there like a curio shop or anything like that? Like a place that would sell, I don't know, just objects that are either rare or that sort of thing. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Like art objects and that type of stuff.
Sure, anything like that. Like, even if I mean, because he
Opulence.
has possession of this, like, this, you know, magical bell. He doesn't really know it's magical, but it's clearly like one of a kind.
Well, you don't know
So-
that, do you?
Well, I guess not. But
He-
like,
He might
What?
know that it's magical, and he might just not be like, I don't care.
well,
Or he
they
might
did
be.
describe him as aloof, which, like, I
Yeah,
guess
that doesn't mean stupid.
I mean, yeah, I guess not.
Um,
I mean, I don't know, but either way, he's still somebody who enjoy. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right.
Either way, he's still somebody who enjoys clearly having possession of strange objects. So whether he knows that this is the item or not,
So is there? Oh, sorry.
curio shop.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
wondering about that. Like also maybe a music shop that would sell something
Should I
a
roll
bell
for
that may look similar.
I was just thinking that too.
Oh, do the odd
Roll
switcheroo.
Well, okay, so you might find a shop with like it could have dozens and dozens of bells in it. But do you know
bell
what
shop.
the bell looks like? Like,
No.
do you know what to swap it out with?
Not yet.
We have no idea.
Okay.
So-
So I have an
I-
idea.
I
We should go case this guy's joint.
Tasting
We
joint.
should.
So,
And then
I think the idea is good, but
I think we should switch out the bell. He would have no idea.
yeah, we could. That actually
It plays music just the same. He's not losing anything. We're at
No, no,
least switching it. We're not stealing. We're
Okay,
just
so first-
borrowing with trading.
Where
Right. right, right, right.
Borrowing.
Okay, so
Good trade.
let's pick up a gift first. That way we can at least stop in. We can talk to him for a little while. Because I have a feeling if we show up with absolutely nothing, he's just going to chase us off. So we need to pick up something nice, a housewarming gift, case the joint, and then after that we can consider swapping the bell out.
Jared,
Yes.
Jared, humans like fine wines, alcohol, do they?
Yes. Especially barons. Especially
Well,
people who
we-
think they're better than other people. Yes.
Exactly, which is exactly what this baron sounds like. So should we pick up some very fine wine for him as a bit of a gift for the baron?
Yes. And then we should lie about all the great things we've heard about him. Maybe he'll invite us in. Maybe we can check the place out.
I love
Borrowing,
wine.
trading.
So the idea is there. I think it's a good idea. Okay, so does anybody know any wine purveyors in the area?
Sure, we could find one.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
definitely be able to find one.
Okay. I rolled. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway,
No, you don't. There's no need to roll for that. You would
I
be
just
able to
really
find one
wanted to.
in this city.
Okay.
So you dug through some streets and stuff, and you come to this purveyor of wines.
what's it called?
The
The
fine,
wine shop.
the fine winery.
Or it's called the Fine Winery.
The Vine Winery.
Oh, why is it not called the Vinery?
I like the Vine Winery. Let's go with that one.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you do.
I'm writing it down.
Or better yet, Define Winery.
How's it spelled?
Define. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
so Divine Winery. Well, this seems to be the place, I guess, if we're gonna buy anything. Does any of you guys know anything about wine?
Nothing.
Ask the merchant.
You see, my hat allows me to.
I can't do that.
I did sample a lot of wines in the temple. That's what most those humans kind of drank. So
Okay, sure, but we're talking about fine wine, not musty foot monk wine.
it wasn't musty foot. It was Bodel wine, which might be okay.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean-
you used the word Bodel. He's probably the person to go. Yeah, go. You got this.
We'll give him a bit of a bump of our leg just to put it forward.
Simeon walks walks into the store. He walks up to the main purveyor, the person who's selling.
All right,
Um,
so
Hello.
So you walk in and you see the shelves are like full of all these bottles and stuff, and is what you think is fine wine. And standing behind this little makeshift counter is a woman. She has light skin, blue eyes, curly blonde hair, kind of middle-aged human. And she looks down and she says, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
So I was wondering if you have any nice wines that look really flashy. Not necessarily the best wine ever, but looks very flashy, like gold or anything that would make it look more opulent. I'm very into opulence, as you can see by my hat.
1 second. She was about to do it. Oh, do you mean like your hat?
Yes.
Well, maybe you could
I
try
just want
this one.
something.
And she pulls off this kind of like this light blue glass bottle. And she says, "You can have this one for 20 gold."
Anything a little bit more flashy? I like the blue. Hear me out. But something that's more like gold, like very like shiny.
She thinks there for a second. She says, "It's going to cost you."
How much?
Let's see it first.
Yes, let's see it. I need to make sure the opulence.
Wait.
Yes.
So you
Oh no, I had nothing. Sorry.
wait.
Is
Yes.
Jared in the store too?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think Alistar is as well, isn't he?
Is he?
Oh, I mean, it can be. I was just outside.
It's kind of like a small. Yeah, he's probably standing outside because
I
it's
guess,
kind of like
yeah.
a small shop. It's probably about
Right.
10 foot wide. You know.
So I guess Mordecai and Alistair are outside, and then Jared and Simeon are inside, right?
I feel like you guys sent Jared followed to make sure I don't do anything stupid.
That sounds about like Jared. Jared,
So-
I feel like if a drow and a tiefling walk in together, it's like crap's going down. So maybe
so
not.
Drow and a
I ju-
tiefling walk into a bar.
Then you have the gnome walk in and he's just I mean, I look like part of the society. I'm just a gnome with a flashy hat.
And I'm your valet.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, nice.
My man skort.
So she walks over and she lifts up this this box, or not lifts it up. She lifts up the top and she pulls out this bottle, and she brings it over. And it's this like short little oval shaped, and the top of it has kind of like an emerald look to it. And the glass is clear, but there's like gold flakes that are swirling around inside the liquid.
There you go.
And she looks at you and says, "Is this more up your alley?"
Yes, I also wonder where the wine is from. And can you give me an idea of what the mouth taste is like?
Exquisite? I've never had it. It's too rich for me.
But do you know where it's from? What part of this fine place is it from? Is it from Sterling? Is it from Bodell? Is it from wherever?
It's actually from Kilari.
Ooh, sounds exotic.
Now, Kilari, you guys know, is the continent to the east of Ebelon.
Yeah.
And that's typically like where the high elves are from. The high elves and what's the other one? Not wood elves. The Eladrin.
Okay.
What's the going price for this wine?
This one in particular will cost you 65 gold.
Okay, but how? Just trying to figure this out.
I'm fumbling with my gold pouch.
Where's
And
Where's Glinda during all of this? I know you just came back, so.
She was kind of just going through back alleys, you know, her usual way of getting around town. And then she spotted the group, so she kind of snuck out and kind of joined the group again.
So you have Alistair, and actually Jared, I believe, is on the outside. Mordecai is outside.
Mordecai, yeah.
Okay. So you see them outside of this wine shop, and you can see Simeon and Jared inside talking to this woman about this bottle of wine, you would assume.
So
So you're fumbling with your gold pouch.
I'm fumbling with my gold pouch. Sorry, I know where I am. I fumble with my gold pouch and I go,
Would you take 60 gold pieces?
Let's do a little bit of roll here. Charmer. Let's
Oh
see.
no! Oh no! I have negative charisma.
That you have such a fine hat.
I was about to say, but your hat is so beautiful.
So it would persuasion.
Yeah, let's go with the persuasion. An 11.
I rolled. I rolled a natural 20 minus 1. Or no, that's not what that is. What I don't know what the 19 is, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, the 19 would have been if you were rolling with advantage.
Yeah.
Darn it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I rolled an 11. I'm guessing that does not work.
She looks at you and says, "You're not that cute." She says 65.
I begrudgingly put the other 5 gold pieces.
And I take the wine, which I would assume is quite big comparatively to my body.
I can get that for you.
Well, for you, well, yeah, it probably would be. It's a little
'Cause I'm like
proportionately soft.
3'6".
It's
Yeah.
probably like what, 6 inches or like 12 inches tall, right?
Yeah, give or take. Give or
Okay.
take a few, because it has the long spout, but like it's oval at the bottom.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
and I take the bottle from the lady. I set it on the ground, and I take the maps out of my backpack and I hand it. I hand it over. I just zoned out super hard. I hand it.
Jared.
Jared.
Jared, yes. Of all the names I forgot, I hand it over to Jared. I hand over the maps, and I put the wine in my knapsack.
Okay.
It's a little less cumbersome than carrying all those maps. So I put the wine behind me, and I like make sure my knapsack's tight, and like have it on my chest. And I just say thank you, and then I leave.
Well, you're welcome. Come back anytime.
This damn lady not think my hat makes me cute.
Here's a business card.
No, thank you.
And
size
10%
of
off
my
your next
hand.
purchase.
Get 5 gold off your next person. That'd be such a slap.
She
in
like
the-
hand writes it on there and like hands it to you.
It's just a punch card, and like the next 3 bottles that you get, the 4th one's free.
No, I think it's better if it just says get 5 gold off your next one, because I didn't get the 5 gold on the roll.
We'll be back. We'll be coming back to this place.
Thank you.
I take the business card and leave.
Okay.
And I walk past Jared.
I have to write this down because if you guys are coming back, I have to remember her.
I mean, if it's
I don't remember her name, but like we didn't get a name.
Yeah,
so.
she didn't give you a name.
She did.
No, she did not.
No, she
just a
didn't. Okay, that's
description.
That's fine. I literally think that you guys are gonna come back with the 5 gold off and just get a 5 gold bottle of wine.
Why not?
Maybe there's stipulations at the bottom, like the fine print says it must spend at least 30 gold.
You see her scribbling furiously, like must cost more than 5 gold, and it's like 5 gold and 1 silver.
Unavailable after this date. Like,
And it's that day. It's the day before that. It's like
oh man.
okay.
So where you guys headed now?
We walk out, and I kind of like I go.
I got us some wine.
Point to my backpack.
Is that the safest place to keep it? I mean, somebody's just gonna reach down and like, Mordecai just is going through the motion of, well, somebody's just gonna reach down into your pack.
And I just kind of grab my whip and like smack him in the hand with it.
No,
I was just showing you that it's very easy to just pick
don't touch
something
my
up
wine.
out of your pack.
My wine.
You realize we have to give that to somebody else, correct? Anyway,
When the
okay,
time comes, I'll know what to do. But I'm going to get
Wizard,
one
Wizard,
sip of
Wizard,
this wine. I spent
Jared,
65
Jared,
gold on
Wizard.
it.
No, you're not drinking any of the wine. Jared, was a suitable wine.
Yes, it is very suitable.
Yes. Okay. All right. I as much as I like your hat, Simeon, anyway,
Simeon calms down and is like,
good to go.
You like my hat?
Yes, Simeon, it's a very nice hat. I'm glad.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you're wearing it. It looks very flattering on you.
She didn't think so.
Well, that's because she's a moron. Okay, so are we proceeding now?
Yes.
Barnes house? Yes.
Okay.
Don't touch my wine.
Where is Glinda? Glinda?
she's with
Right
us.
here
Okay,
behind you.
Okay, well,
She's whispering
we'll
to
start
herself
walking.
behind you.
Mordecai,
Oh, God.
he turns around, pats you on the head, and just starts walking away. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. So let's go. Just gonna start walking towards the house.
Yep, I follow.
So you guys kind of wander through the streets. Is there anywhere that you want to stop by before you get there? Before you go into the lion's den. I mean, into the mansion.
Is there anything anybody needs? Any place we need to stop? Need to use the bathroom?
Porta potties.
Can't believe this city doesn't have a dye
Chamber
shop.
pots.
Oh, they have a dye shop. You just couldn't find it. Maybe you couldn't read the sign or something. I don't know.
My hermit eyes, they can't read.
Yeah, you can't read. The hat's covering your eyes.
Oh, that's a good point. The hat like slips as I walk past one, and I can't read it, and I just ignore it.
Yep, there you go.
No, I'm good for any other benches going to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have everything? 'Cause we're going to need everything we need to be able to infiltrate this place afterwards. And so, maybe a change of clothes would be.
Oh yeah. Is there any clothes shops around here?
Oh, there's plenty of those. There's people like in the market selling clothes.
No, let me like add a stipulation. Fancy clothes
Yes, fancy clothes. We need
that
fancy.
are white. I need to look like I'm full zoot suit. That would sell gnome size suits.
So meaning, what is what size is your waist? I don't think we can go to the same place to go shopping. I'm gonna be honest here.
Okay, so like that's
big and tall?
should I roll for this to find a gnome clothing store that sells fancy clothes?
Yes, actually.
halfling shop.
Yeah, halflings work. It might be a little tight on him.
What if
I'm kind of a little bigger.
halflings are about the same size as
I rolled a 13, so there is
Yeah, your hat gets in the way again, man. Sorry.
Dude, this hat. Can I take next time?
I take off my hat as I look around.
Your hair gets in the way.
No. Sorry, I was typing.
Man,
You find there's all kinds of clothing shops. You can actually find a clothing shop for the gnomon, but none that are like fancy, like ballroom type clothes that you're looking for.
is there but one of them that sells like decent clothes, like slightly above commoner, but like we're talking like merchant class?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I want to find some merchant class clothes that are like nice cotton clothes.
yeah, you'd be able to find
Yeah.
some. Maybe a nice pair of silk pajamas or something.
I enjoy that idea. I want silk pajamas.
Jeez. Okay, so
I want
is everybody
pure white silk pajamas.
What is everybody wearing actually? I like because I know Glinda's wearing like rags.
Glinda, we really need to get you some new clothes
Hi.
because we're going to walk into this place. We're going to have to look very nice. So, not that you don't look nice already. It's just we need to be presenting nicer. Okay, you gotta stop looking at me like that. I can't take this, Glinda.
I just bumped Jared awkward.
Okay, so clothes shopping. Is everybody ready for a montage? So we
Sure.
All right, so you guys are gonna go searching for clothes, so you're good to go.
Can I steal my clothes?
Oh, you most certainly can try.
That makes sense. Okay, so I guess would we go to like the same shop for all of this stuff? Like, would there be one shop that we could all go to, or would we all kind of like spread out? This is more of a question.
I would assume that my clothes don't get sold in the same store as yours.
Right.
There's a kids section.
Oh, so with silk pajamas? Yes.
Oh my god.
okay. Excuse me, purveyor of clothing.
What's the name of this clothes shop, by the way?
Target.
This is a fantastic story. Jose, I have not seen it.
played.
What?
Does that say Target?
No, I think it's Dre. I think it's Target.
Oh, high elf. Target.
There you go. That was perfect. That was really well. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said extravagant. You could look for extravagant. Definitely.
Okay, so Jared, are you comfortable coming in here? I think you should take point on this one.
What kind of clothing store is it?
It's just a nice clothing. It's called Target, so I can just imagine that it's probably like extravagant clothing.
Okay, I can take point.
What's Jared wearing, by the way?
I needed to come in here. I'm wearing traveling clothes,
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's kind of
so it's appropriate for me to come in. So
Can I come inside?
Yes, gnomes are allowed.
Yes.
It's not
You have to
like
be
you're
this tall to
banned
get inside.
from
the
No,
door.
there's literally
Stop.
there's another person outside with a kid with a ruler, and they're like,
You must be at least
3'5" to enter, and I'm like,
I'm 3'6". Yes.
walk in.
So does this place sell clothing for everyone?
Yes, it is a smorgasbord of clothing.
So like a
Okay.
superstore.
Target.
It's like a Target super center. Okay. Are there chains?
So can we get food here too?
Excuse me.
Not in this one. That's next
Okay.
door.
Okay.
In
At Walter's World.
oh gosh.
Excuse me. I'm actually looking for. Would you happen to have any nice dress robes?
Um,
Or rather,
and
anything that would.
I was gonna say, instead of actually saying anything, they kind of just like lead you in the direction. It's this woman. She's wearing actually just kind of like a white robe. You see that there's a couple of different people that are working there, and they're all dressed the same. She just kind of like points you in the direction of. I was about to be a little racist against tieflings, but you find your extravagant
Thank you.
clothing.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, criminy.
It's like these dark
and-
clothes with the horns and spikes and stuff coming off of them, and
Okay,
It's only
but
that.
you would hold on to point me in the direction of that because
Yeah, that's
I
just
can go
awesome.
there. Oh, all right.
Do you have?
I don't
anything-
think this is the right type of shop.
I don't know. I kind of like it. And then anything.
Do I
that my
look?
friends
Do
use.
these robes make me look fat?
So I guess I'm gonna try to find something that's like so his skin Mordecai's skin is like a red, and so he's gonna look for something that's like blue, kind of to contrast that. Maybe with some spikes going down the sleeve a bit, just not too crazy, but also he wants to look like he's fancy without trying too hard.
okay.
Yeah.
So they might have to tailor it up for you, but yeah, you do find it.
Okay. Cool.
Mm.
Everybody.
I just wanted to say, Simeon, that the clothes actually make you look taller.
I haven't put on any clothes, man.
Thought you did.
No,
Well,
okay. I also go to the
Do you have any clothes that are
Maybe it's the hat.
my
Yes, ma'am.
size that are kind of silken? That are anything that's just silk.
So the woman leads you over to these. They could almost be pajamas, but they look like they're daywear. Clothes,
Yes.
and it looks like a kind of like a button-up suit type thing, but
what color is it?
like a dark blue.
Yes. I instantly grab it, like just like kind of compare it to my body, and just run up to the lady and was like,
I want these.
Okay. So that's you want to look at the price tag?
yeah, that's fine.
You're just gonna pay for it, screw it.
Yeah.
To hell with it.
Yeah, I know. As you can see, Simeon does not care about money. He's just like, F it.
Simeon's gonna have no gold by the end of this.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Well, the first episode.
I forgot to 44. Okay.
Jared,
Yep.
Jared, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for something simple but elegant. Maybe a robe, not like I guess a full robe in a solid color, maybe to complement my black hair, my dark skin. So maybe something cream color, maybe, and then some kind of a sash that would go with it that would be a little bit standoutish, like maybe a maroon,
Nice.
something like that.
It's a nice look. So yeah, that's easy enough to find. So yeah, you find yours. That's
Okay.
easy. I was gonna get with Alistar, but he seemed to have left us. But so I was leaving Glinda for last because I know she's gonna try some tricks. But go ahead,
Yeah.
tell us what you're doing.
I went to the women's section and kind of disappeared. Like, I tried to make sure like none of the staff can see me, like while I'm in there.
So you want to do like a stealth check?
Yeah.
Sure.
See if she's hiding amongst the clothes. And she's like popping out between racks, as you know, as we all did.
21.
Oh damn, 21 is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, so they don't see you. So you're doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah. Okay. So, she doesn't really know what real elegance is. Like, she sees elegance all the time, but she doesn't see it as something she could wear. So she's having difficulty finding something that she can feel comfortable in, but still like looks the part.
So that black leather armor or black leather suit is like calling your name, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So I'm trying to think of how this would look. Let's go with it. Help me out here. How does Glinda's how are we gonna dress her since she doesn't know? I'm asking all of you.
Okay, so what it's gonna look like is it's gonna be like a striped pair of pants, right? And then like a zigzag top, right, with like polka dots. Anybody else want to throw anything in here?
It's also like fuchsia with brown.
Why do I think Hunger Games?
No,
Why
this
do
is something you would see in
I
the
have
Hunger
the
Games.
feeling that neither of you have actual fashion taste?
Well, no.
Well,
see,
you
we're
see my
role-playing
hat.
broadcast, right?
And
His
these
blue
fancy
suit.
silk and my blue suit. Blue and white go together perfectly fine, but everything goes with white. But fuchsia and brown, that takes a lot of courage.
I'm assuming that actually Simeon is giving Glinda this advice while she's looking for stuff.
Yeah, as she's like hiding.
As I'm just like
He's
running
like,
beneath the racks with my silken robe.
Have you tried these on yet? By the way.
Oh, the silken robe?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I put them on.
Okay. So they're very breezy, by the way.
Oh, I'm gonna fly away eventually. This is gonna be so good. Like my hat is gonna catch it, then my clothes are gonna catch it, and then I'm gonna be holding a map and just be like, "See you, friends."
I love that we could attach a string to your leg and have like a little gnome balloon.
Oh no, it's I'm your
like a
guys'
boat
sentry. You
Take
tie
it
me,
going
and
on.
I just sit in a kite, and I'm just like, "Guys, there's people coming."
What do you say?
Okay. All right. So you're searching for yours.
Taking the Hobbit stories to God.
Oh God. Okay, so is that what you're picking up? That is what you're picking up. That's what she's picking up. Yeah.
So somebody actually said you should be a naughty Disney character. Striped pants with a balloon near the hips, but mildly tucked lace-up boots with low heels. Why are you
That's
trying to
more
time them out? Yeah, it's very descriptive.
Let's go with that one. Yeah.
Nice. Vest over a low cut with short sleeves and a short jacket over the top of it.
Ooh. Wow, that's a
And-
lot.
Yeah, right. Somebody gave this a lot of thought.
Well,
Alright.
I was also kind of thinking
Did it again.
slacks and then a collared shirt with a vest.
Okay.
Thinking that.
So you find everything you're looking for. So you can put the ensemble together. Alistair, sorry. What are you looking for, Mr. Drow?
Nothing. Is there like change rooms, or I mean, is the shop assistant near me at all?
Probably about 15 feet away from you.
We don't have any.
I kind of go into the corner, wonder why they're all buying these fancy clothes, and I will cast Disguise Self, and I will magically disguise myself. A human, thick, bushy mustache, short hair, and just the fanciest clothes you can find, like blue and white silks and the fluffy
With the ruffles and everything.
Yeah, the ruffles and everything. And I just do a bit of a twirl, purple flash, and I'm just, why are you? Can no one do this? Why are you buying clothes for?
No,
So-
actually, that's pretty impressive. I can't do that.
I
I just got this though.
I mean, that's pretty cool as well. And
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Well,
I've just been waiting in the corner.
All right. So you guys are good to go. Clothes wise, if you're trying to pay for them, straight up flat 25 gold fee.
Got it. Boom.
Okay.
mark down.
Boom. Add it to the 65 already lost, guys.
Not buying.
Sleight of
Hey,
hand.
if you need
I knew that. I knew that was coming. Hold on. Sleight of hand.
There's a cat rubbing my foot, and it's very weird.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's a crit fail. Oh no.
Okay, so who all notices?
So one of the attendants starts to point at her and she goes, "Thief! Thief!"
No, Linda, put that back. What are you doing?
And then like
Jesus.
so
And
these
he-
people
what?
start to rush up.
Wait, okay, so Mordecai is gonna walk up to Glinda and
Borrowing with no trading.
stand between the two of them, right? And kind of like grab Glinda by the shoulders. Glinda, what are you doing? It's okay. We could we'll just pay for it. I don't understand. You know you're not allowed to do this. And he's gonna start like kind of walking her back in, kind of like trying to reassure her that like, okay, it's gonna be fine. Like trying to diffuse the situation. And he's like, don't worry, I'll make her pay for it. Know what? No, I will pay for it. How much? How much for her clothes?
First off, roll me a persuasion. You have to convince them.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see. So persuasion.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh,
Look-
dude.
All right, there we go.
Oh.
Hey, no, new character. We rolled a 14.
Oh man.
Oh man,
That was close.
I'll let you. That is a 14 with no bonuses.
You know what? I'll give it to you. No bonuses.
I have-
Yeah.
I have the money right here.
So she holds out her hand. She said, "Give me now."
She's my type of woman.
He hands her 25 gold.
Okay. Now get out.
Oh, dude,
Get
man,
out of the store.
That's fine. Okay, we're leaving. Let's go, Linda. Let's go. And he like kind of starts backing out and just like books it. Like walks out around. Gonna like dust off his.
I would also like to think
Don't
that
have to do
Simeon
that all the time, you know.
Simeon has like no like moral bounds, so he's just like tearing off his clothes and changing into them. Like he's just like flinging his clothes as he's leaving, switching into silk clothes.
You see people like averting their eyes and like, "Oh my god." It's like a naked gnome.
I know, my hat's fabulous.
This gnome.
Right? This gnome.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
So you get you. What's
Point of thing. So
Point of thing is he's
Mordecai
naked.
puts his there's that, but no, Mordecai puts his armor into his bag, and then still keeps his battle axe and trident on his person. Yeah.
Because that's not going to be awkward.
Nope. Hoping not. And he's got one gauntlet on one of his hands. So yeah, ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I guess everybody else is changing, putting their stuff away and all that stuff before you head off. Okay.
Well, I think that ship sailed.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. So you guys are all decked out in your fancy new clothes, and you're headed to the
Nope.
mansion.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I explained to everybody that if we're going to do this, we should go all the way. We should get manicures. We should get our hair done. We should get everything done to make us look clean and presentable because we've got these nice, clean clothes.
Yes.
What's wrong with my nails?
I don't know. I'm not actually looking at yours. I'm looking at mine.
Well, I was gonna say I would look at Glinda's because Glinda's like the one that's grew up on the street.
Okay, you may have a point.
Oh.
Are we looking at
Glinda
the
a bath.
book?
What?
Guys, hear me out. The way we get in is we use her and say that she is a
Okay.
charity case.
Okay.
Make him feel good because he
Well, then
gives
what was
like
the point of buying the clothes that we could have just had Glinda. Why didn't you present this earlier? We could have just had Glinda go up to the door and be like, "Hey, I'm poor. I need a place to or something." I'm not
no,
gonna
no.
finish
You
the
see,
plan.
we get her,
Mhm.
and then we walk up and be like, "We're raising money for charity. We brought you wine to convince you to donate to our charity."
Let's
we
not
walk
use
in with the
phrase
wine,
because
we
I
drink
think
them
we
up.
just no, this is just a gift. It's not convincing.
Mm.
It's just a gift because if we do
Also, I'd rather not be given charity. I can fend for myself.
okay, well, Glinda, this is just for pretend. Okay, you played pretend before. We're just playing pretend.
She'd pretend to steal that stuff.
Glinda, you think-
Alistair just walks away.
I think
Okay.
Glinda's gonna come after that gnome in a minute.
Glinda.
You're on your own, no.
Glinda.
He has
I
no
tied my
idea
wine
the
to my
powers that
back.
I have.
Simeon, I think I would probably watch it back. All right, so
I mean, you're behind me. You might as well watch it too.
I know what, I'm good. I'm good. I've seen it a couple times. Not impressed. So, what we need to do then, I guess, is come up with another alibi, since Glinda obviously is not going to be of help there. Stares at Glinda. There's back of the group.
Yes, we fall back to our original plan of going up to the door and lying to get in.
That could be fine. We could say that we are a part of a group who is looking to
No, we're an envoy from wherever he's from, and we are there to present him with this wine because somebody said that he deserved it as a gift for the great service he's done.
Yes, I forgot about that plan, and I'm glad you bring it up because that's a really good plan, and we should continue to go with that one.
Because Glinda said no.
Right, because Glinda said no. Glinda, this is your fault that we're going with this plan. Okay.
It's just an idea. Just an idea.
I do like this plan.
Second. Glinda, how do you feel about this plan?
Fine.
I was just playing with the feathers, and I was like,
What?
What? Uh-huh.
Simeon's fine.
Yep, Simeon.
no, what? And just give a thumbs up. Just like, it doesn't matter what you guys said. Simeon's still down.
He's
Okay.
enamored with hat.
So are we
He's
gonna
just
go
like-
like this?
Categories.
Jared, do you think that we're fine like this? You said that you would like a manicure and your hair to be done.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well let's go find is there a hairdresser in the area, Glinda? Do you know?
Yeah, of course there is.
Okay, what is it called?
It's called the Bouffant.
We should find a bouffant.
The Bouffant.
The Bouffant.
The
Yes, that's what everybody's hair looks like, right?
Right.
It's okay. So as far as like your commoners, your merchant class, and all that stuff, they seem to be what you would call "quote unquote" normal. It's the nobles and the upper class, with the exception of like the queen and stuff, that they have like the ridiculous looking hairstyles.
Right.
I wasn't trying to get a ridiculous looking hairstyle. I was just trying to look presentable because I'm sure that my hair is dirty
No,
from
but
being
you see,
outside all the time.
the more ridiculous, the better you look like a noble.
Yeah, you look
My
more like a
only
noble.
Look at the hat.
My only question is, do you know if they can do a horn polish? It's mine are looking rather dull.
You can.
We can always ask.
That's it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Well, we should probably head off then.
You gotta get like these magical grinders.
Oh man. Okay, yeah.
you
So I
see
They're
the
bringing
screaming of
goats.
souls.
They bring in
like,
goat horns
Goat
to shave off with your horns.
right. So they just rub the goat horns onto my horns like this, and then it just gets polished. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we do it, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you find the bouffant.
Okay. Okay. Well. Again, Jared, you take point.
Okay.
There's nothing sensible.
It worked out so well last time. Somebody got caught stealing.
Well, that wasn't exactly your fault. Now, was it, Glinda?
You can't steal a pedicure.
That's good.
Oh no, Glinda will try.
If I don't have to spend money, I'll try.
just runs out the store.
I'm stealing this.
Oh god.
Okay. So yeah. So that happens.
Okay, we can just make it happen.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for it.
Alright.
It saves me from having to do a voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Let's torture Patrick a little
No,
bit.
I will say, welcome to the fine bouffant.
Now I was gonna go like,
Welcome to the fine bouffant.
Just a
Wait,
ridiculous.
do your best Southern lady
Chinese.
accent.
Try to do a Chinese accent. It'll be perfect.
No,
Do not.
well, one second.
Stay far away from
nope,
that
Well-
accent.
nope.
Southern
I'm
lady
gonna mute
accent.
him. I'm gonna mute him. I'm gonna mute him.
Wel-
Okay.
Welcome to the
No.
fine bouffant.
Mute them all.
Do you need anything done today?
He's muted.
A little bit too long.
He's muted.
So, we go in. Do they do a horn polish?
Yes, they do.
I was doing a southern accent. I wasn't going down the route that you guys are thinking.
Oh god. Should I be offended by the southern accent?
I grew
No,
up in.
unless you-
I grew up in. I
Yeah,
spent time
let's
in
be
Florida,
like, no.
so that doesn't really count. That's not really
No.
south.
Oh,
No,
man.
definitely.
No.
That's so south. It's not south.
Live
Oh,
in
God.
Texas, and
Mordecai
then
sits
you'll
down
hear
in
a
a chair.
southern drawl.
Live in Georgia. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I get none of these references.
Yeah, listen,
It's
they all
okay.
sound like
Okay.
Walker,
It's
Texas
okay.
Ranger. If you know who Walker Texas Ranger is, you know exactly what they all sound like.
No, because Chuck Norris didn't really have a southern
No,
accent.
There you go.
no.
Like, just
Walker
like-
Texas Ranger did
Okay,
not.
okay.
Okay,
Let's move along.
Cowboys.
Let's move along.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
there we go.
Duke.
Okay, cool.
Do you know who the Duke is?
Okay, hold on. We're confusing him. Hold on.
Just say cowboys. It's fine. We're good.
So, Mordecai sits down in a chair.
All right. So so you guys get your horns shaved. They shave them down a little bit. They polish them up, and you're good to go. They
Not
look
too much
nice and
on the
shiny. They
top,
glares off into the sun.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like you can cast daylight off those bad boys.
You want to know what's really great?
I
Is
prefer dark.
my hat protects my eyes.
All right. So so you got all that done.
Awesome.
What a hat's meant to do, isn't it?
This hat's protecting his eyes. That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now.
No,
Uh-huh.
you're good. You're good. All right. So where to now? You got
Well, I
your
guess.
nails all done up.
Can we please go to the man's house? Please.
Yeah,
all
I
of
think
this to go see a noble.
I mean, what's the time?
We walk in and he's like covered in dirt and like wearing just normal commoner clothes, and he's like,
This is the new fashion style.
and it's like, well, don't we feel like idiots?
At least we said we tried. Okay, yeah. So I guess, yeah. I get. Is everybody in agreement that we go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
we've all been primed.
Prepped, primed,
I mean,
proper.
Alistair is disguising himself magically, so he's just been
Yeah.
waiting for you guys to get makeovers and
He's
things.
probably-
Just waiting.
Yeah,
God.
just waiting.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we should probably get going then. Yeah. Start walking again.
Should
All right.
we talk about the actual story and what we're going to say,
Well,
as opposed to just winging it when we get there?
that's probably a good idea, Jared. I'm glad you brought that up. Why don't you take point on this one?
Oh my gosh! Every time Jared is on,
I know.
point.
I've got the joke.
Oh, God.
You
One of
actually
these
written down
Mordecai did
everything.
not want- What's that?
Mordecai's written down everything about this guy so far, about everything we're supposed to do. He even knows how to spell his name.
Well, he knows how to spell his name.
Yes.
Okay, so his last name is Anfroy. That's A
I
N
thought that was his first name.
F
He's
R. No, Baron Anfroy.
His first name's Baron.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was Anfroy Whistler or something like that.
Yeah, it's Amphroi. Is
Oh
his
well, I
first
wish
name.
someone would have corrected me this a long time ago. So now I have to go back and change my notes. So here I go. I take out a pen and paper and I start writing down. How do you spell Whistler?
I don't know if it's Whistler. I know it's something.
Okay.
Hello, Baron Whistler. My name's
Baron
Anfroy.
Again, Jared, why don't you take point on this one?
Are you okay, Patrick?
It's Patrick dead. Patrick dead. Patrick is dead. Patrick is dead.
Oh wow. Where did Whistler even come from?
I don't know.
Where am I?
He came from Blade.
No, I get that because he looks like Whistler. I get it.
No, literally, all we have from it is his name was Anfroy.
Baron Anfroy. Oh wait, no. His name was Baron Anfroy. How did you do that voice?
His name was
Oh, wait, no,
Baron
it's Russian.
Anfroy.
Like, his name was Baron Anfroy.
His name was Baron
His name was Baron
Anfroy.
Anfroy.
Are you trying to like imitate Michael?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like,
that
isn't
is
he
what
supposed to be
they're doing.
Italian?
No, that was definitely Russian. Or an attempt.
Yeah, it was an attempt. Definitely an attempt.
No, it
An
was a good
attempt was
Patrick.
made.
I'm not trying to. No, that was a good attempt, Patrick. I'm trying to like support you here.
Oh, I know. No,
Um.
you're good.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Well, well, Jared, I'm not entirely sure what exactly we should say. Does anybody have any ideas?
How about this? Lies are my forte.
Well,
Master
that could be
of
helpful.
deception. We
Okay.
are.
Alistair, you should take point on this.
Oh,
Oh, Jared, I don't want to take from your spotlight. You've been doing such a good job.
Yes, but you know, people delegate all the time. I'm a perfect example.
It's called
You are a wise
micromanaging,
man.
and we're doing a great job.
Thank you, Mordecai.
We are ambassadors visiting town from the neighbouring house. Is it Thistle? He's from Thistle, isn't he?
Yes,
That's-
this
yeah.
Mhm.
We are
Thistle.
ambassadors visiting the town, and we would, upon arrival, pay homage to the Baron that we have heard so many great things. Really, let's really suck up to the guy.
Okay, that's good. Actually, keep that in your head because we're gonna need that here in a bit. Because we're walking, and I think we're almost there.
And Jared,
Oh.
Jared, just say exactly what I said to him. You take point.
Wait a minute. Since you can change your shape,
So,
Yeah, I'm actually human. Big
Yeah.
bushy mustache.
there
really-
you go. I think
Alistair,
you should take point on this one since you've got it down.
Alistair,
I'll
I
take-
really think that you should actually be
I'll take
You are the master of whatever.
point guard, if you will.
Yes.
I mean, the spell I cast is like actually called Mask of Many Faces. So maybe I should take points.
Yes.
That's
Essentially the
exactly what I'm
title.
saying here. Okay, well, I think we're here now. We've reached the house.
yep, sure.
I think, unless
If
there's-
you guys want to reach the house, sure, you're there.
We go to the house.
Okay,
What
so
do we see?
this house is it's a 2-story house. It doesn't look like much of a mansion as far as a mansion goes, but it still looks elegant enough. There's the small little pillar of stairs that go up. Pillar, damn it. My mind went blank for a second.
Stairs?
Yeah, stairs work. I was thinking pillars and columns that sit out front. There's like 4 columns on the front of this porch, and then there's this big double wooden door that there's a guard standing out in front of. The guard is wearing kind of like a half plate mail type armor, standing there with a spear, and as you guys approach, he kind of like looks down at you. And he says,
Because he's on a porch.
yes, above the stairs, as you look, because he looks down at you.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
it. He says, halt, state your business.
I will walk forward. Oh, hello, good sir. We are ambassadors, visited the city, and we thought we would pay the Baron a visit. We have brought very fine wine from our wonderful state, and I pull out the wine from Simeon's backpack.
Grabs the wine. My wine. Like holding on.
Simeon, you gotta give it.
As you can see, it's very fine wine, and our wine coming gnome does not like to part of it because it is the finest and freshest wine you will ever find. And I will really try and shake Simeon off.
Okay,
No.
So he kind of pauses. And he says, "Stay here," and he kind of goes back to the door. Taps on the door. The door like cracks open, and he says, "They say they see the bear." Okay, and he walks back up to you and says, "You may enter." And he moves out of the way, and the doors open up.
Oh my gosh!
Thank
I
you,
thought
good sir.
I totally spaced the fact that the Baron could have totally been like a recovering alcoholic and just never like been like not wanted wine at all.
Oh.
That would have been awesome.
Had I thought about this, actually, you still could go that route. Yeah, but I never mentioned, or I never thought that you guys would actually go buy wine and bring it to this guy. I was thinking that. Anyway, it's fun. Hey, it's what we do.
Hey, it's fun. Hey.
Okay, so
The Australian thought of buying grog. For bribes.
okay, so the doors open up, and I don't know. You guys can go from there if you want, and then I'll describe as you go along.
I will enter in boldly as if I
Own the place.
Yep.
Okay, so you walk in, and actually the first room you come to is kind of like a little small foyer type area. There's a couple of desks or tables and statues on the sides, and then there's mirrors that kind of like go up the side of the wall. And then there's an archway that goes up and leads into a much larger room.
What's up with this foyer?
Foyer.
That's foyer.
Simeon.
Cinnamon.
That's my stripper name.
Okay, so if you keep going, it comes open into this kind of like a 40 by 40 type room. There are pillars throughout on both sides, and there's this nice rug that leads to this like almost like a throne. And there's this little round man sitting in it in a white suit with a white hat.
Yes.
But he's a human. And then sitting beside him.
I swear to
on
God,
this-
if it was a fucking gnome.
How'd you know it was my brother?
He's got dark skin too, by the way. So sitting beside him on this little podium is a pillow, and on top of the pillow is a little golden bell. Standing next to him is what you perceive to be his guard. He's wearing like very, very fine plate armor, and he seems, I don't know, there's something about it, but he's wearing plate armor and he has a sword on his side, and he looks very clean cut, very thin, like mustache, like penciled
He's fit.
mustache. He's definitely human, dark hair, slick back, and he's got like these kind of very like charismatic eyes. You wouldn't say they were like piercing, but they're very like, just you look into his eyes and he's very charming. Like it just kind of grasps your attention.
He's the mole.
So,
No.
and then along the sides of the walls, there's like all these different kinds of portraits along them, and you can only assume that these are like probably like former barons or former family members, or maybe even current family members. But they look important.
And how far away are we from the Baron and his guard?
About 35 feet.
35 feet. I will boldly strut forward, arms open, and say, "Dear Baron, we have travelled many, many miles to come visit you in your wonderful home."
I grab the wine and kind of bounce behind him like,
We have
Come on.
wine.
Come along, Simeon. Come along.
So he seeing you come, his eyes kind of lighten up, and he kind of sits up in his chair and he says, "Ooh, welcome to my house. Come on in, come on in. tell me about yourselves.
Oh no! Really? Is that his manservant? Is that his manscort?
That's the voice.
The guard?
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one I wanted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, please tell me that the guard is his manscort. Like
What?
his lover.
Manscort?
He looks like
Okay, I see. I know what. Skip it.
he looks like Salvador Dali. That's what I'm imagining.
He's got like random racks of beef hanging from the ceiling. Like,
Oh, speaking of that, actually, the ceilings are pretty high in this room because it's you would imagine this would be like a ballroom, and there are like tapestries hanging from the ceiling, kind of like banners.
yeah.
And what,
So please tell me about yourselves.
I'm Simeon, the wine gnome. I'm a
Ooh.
connoisseur of fine wines. Look at this one; it has gold.
Oh, that's very fancy.
Do
I
you
like wine. I do like wine. And he like picks up the bell and starts ringing the bell. And as soon as he does, this other man comes like scuffling into the room and he says, "Yes, sire."
Hey,
And
Patrick,
he
as
says,
this is happening, I lean over to Glinda and say, "Okay, Glinda, later.
Say what?
See that bell in his hand?
Yeah.
Okay, later we might need you to take care of that."
Got it.
and so he says, he looks at his what you actually perceive as a servant, and he says, "Go fetch me some glasses."
does the servant have the same kind of look as the guard?
Definitely not. This guy looks like he's been kind of like beaten into submission.
So like, kind
Oh,
of
a
like
little
sullen,
puppy
like,
dog.
he's really sad about his Latin life, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Beaten
The
puppy
love
dog,
puppy
yeah.
dog.
yeah, definitely like a lost puppy dog type thing, but not like he follows him. Yeah, I guess he would follow him around. So he says, so he like scurries off to go get glasses for this fine wine that you have brought. Please,
Hey.
come on in.
Thank you, good sir. You are too kind. Wonderful home you have here.
And you see like this the guy that's standing there next to him. He kind of give me a perception check. Actually, all of you can.
Okay.
Some damn
I
good
have no
perception
idea.
rolls.
Oh, 1 second.
That's pretty nice. Oh,
Everybody, it's like everybody rolled. Oh,
Oh.
so
Nice.
so Simeon's hat like falls down on his face again. And he's like, "Where am I?" But everybody else notices, like you notice that the guard, he doesn't act very guard-like, and so he kind of like when you guys approach, instead of like looking at you with caution, he kind of like bows up and kind of like sticks his nose up, like his chin up, like
Snobby?
he's kind of snobby.
He's actually the Baron. Bum bum bum.
I mean, that's possible. Actually.
excuse me, 1 second. Would there be a place for me to? I assume it's not exactly proper for me to be carrying these weapons with me all the time. Would I be able to keep these with you?
He
And he
rings.
gestures to the guard.
He picks up the Baron actually picks up the bell and rings it, and somebody else comes out, and it's a different person this time.
Okay.
And he says, "Please take their belongings," and they kind of like scurry over to you, and hold out their hands.
So he's gonna place the trident and the battle axe in their hands.
Okay. Does anybody else want to throw anything into those hands?
Mm,
No.
Do your guards handle all of the weapons checks around here?
He looks at you and says,
The innuendos.
he says, "I'm the Baron of Thistle.
Of course.
Nobody's going to mess with me. But I
Not
have,
free. Of course, no one would.
of course not. I'm the Baron of Thistle. I mean, come on."
Exactly. I see exactly what you mean.
Man, I'm on your side.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna like kind of not curtsy or like bow his head slightly and step back like behind Alistair again.
Okay.
And
Yep.
Can I really take a good look at the bell? Not like, but like do like insight or like an arcana check on the bell.
Well, I mean, it looks like just an ordinary golden bell.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
does not help us.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when he picks it up and he starts ringing it, I can give you a very high DC if you want to try and examine it, like do a quick look inside of it to see if that's the bell you
Yes.
seek. Okay,
Yeah, might as well.
go
Sure,
for it.
why not?
I'll even give you the DC for it. 35. No, I'm joking.
Wow. What are you serious?
I'll give you an
Well,
18.
okay.
We'll go in at 18.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh.
I see nothing. Lovely
Simeon,
bell.
would you like to redeem
Yes.
yourself?
Yes, I got this. I got this, guys. Trust me. I have a +3 on this too, and it's just.
Yeah, I have a +4. I got nothing. Oh.
Oh no.
Hold on, give me a second. Because I was saying something about that earlier to Glinda. So nope, still not.
Did I do it or no?
You probably should because I mentioned
Oh,
like Mordecai
Jared.
mentioned something to you earlier, and so I'm assuming that you would have guessed or like tried to see if that was actually what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, Jared saved you well.
Yeah, go Jared.
However, what does Jared find out?
Yes.
Jared, as it's almost like in slow motion as he picks it up and rings it, but you can see inside of the bell, and there's some kind of inscription on the inside. So it's safe to assume that this is the bell you seek.
I can't say anything to anybody in front of this guy, so
Like, that's
It's
the
nice
one,
to know.
guys. That's the one.
Guys, that's it. Let's wrap it up. Okay.
Glinda, do your magic.
Cool. How do we-
Well, what we forgot to think of was a replacement bell.
But we didn't know what it looked like.
It's
Hold on,
just the
hold on,
Taco
wait.
Bell.
Oh, God. Now it makes sense. Somebody said hola earlier. That would have been perfect.
Jared, I am so pleased that you have graciously accepted our gift.
So, what can I do for you fine people?
We
Alistair?
heard rumors of your fabulous establishment.
Yes, it is fabulous, isn't
I just want compliments on my hat.
and rumors of you being a man of fine taste and wealth, and we simply wished to have a drink. Maybe you could show us around your fine establishment. I would love a tour with beautiful paintings on the wall. Are they family paintings,
So,
perhaps?
so as you said this, he heard Simeon's comment, and he looks at him. He says, "So you do have a fine hat." He looks over at his guard and says, "Fetch me that hat."
No.
He says, "I want your hat. Give me."
What
your
would
hat."
you give me for that hat?
I'll give you my hat.
What does his hat look like?
Hat trade.
Identical to yours.
Like literally identical.
I thought he said my hand.
How long has he been wearing a hat? Did we see the slick back hair underneath the hat?
No, the guard had the slick back hair.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's a really clean guy.
It'd be safe to somewhat.
He's
assume
wearing a
that.
white suit. I can't say that, and it's in fantasy times. It's not easy to clean.
Yeah, he's fairly safe.
No, it's just the moral principle. I'm not giving him my hat. It's my hat. It
But
doesn't
we
matter.
need the bell.
He's not giving us the bell. He's giving. I really need to ponder this.
Ask for
Oh,
the
you
bell.
have literally
Ask for
5
the
seconds.
bell.
You have like a couple of
You have
You
5
know-
seconds.
I would need
Go.
something a little bit more to part with my hat. I made it, and it's so precious to me. It's handmade, the finest quality.
So then he takes off his hat, and you can see that he's got a lot of dandruff, and
Lice?
it's caked on the inside of his hat, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a handful of coins and says, "My hat and this handful of coins."
I'm sorry, no dice. I need something more. I'm sorry, but like, this hat is my life.
It's a one-way hat.
Somebody said you have your priorities in order. So he says he kind of looks at his guard and he says, he says, "Okay, I'll give you the tour now."
Oh, I really like bells. If you want to consider anything.
And as he gets up, he kind of like his feet kind of like touch, like he wiggles them around before he can touch the floor, and he gets up, grabs the bell, rings it, and somebody else comes out, and then the other guy comes out with the glasses, by the way, and he puts the bell back down on the pillow and says, "Bell," and the guy picks up the bell and he holds it in his hands, and he proceeds to walk towards you guys. With the guy holding the bell behind him and the guard on the side. So basically the guy is holding this bell and is like basically making sure that the Baron has it within arm's reach.
So it's pretty
Oh
much.
no.
So it's pretty much us. So it's us, the Baron, and the guard holding the bell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is there anyone else in the area, or it's just like the servants?
The other one that comes up with the glasses, he looks at who's holding the wine.
Simeon.
Yeah, I'm holding the wine.
So he holds out his hands to you and says, "Would you like to taste this wine?"
Yes.
So he holds out his hand for the wine. And he's only like a foot taller than you, by the way. But you can tell he's human. But somewhere along the line, he got stunted growth.
He's just a little person.
Aww.
Okay, so it's just like wine. Tries.
All right, so everybody's drinking wine, and you start going around looking at
Mordecai's
the...
not.
Oh, you're not? What are you doing?
Standing. Just standing with everybody.
It's considered rude to not take somebody's wine.
Oh, no, I was saying he was going to start escorting you guys around looking at all these paintings.
Yeah, no, he's following everybody else. Like, I mean, he's sticking with the group.
Okay. While I'm doing that, hold on. I gotta look at one thing. Shiitake mushroom. There it is. Okay, good deal.
Wait, hold on. Is that one of our enemies? Is a shit talking mushroom?
No.
Those
good.
shiitake mushrooms.
All right, so he goes around and he's telling you about all these people as you guys are like sipping this wine, and he gets this one particular painting, and he says, yes, this is probably one of my favorite. Fuck, what the hell? Sorry, I apologize, Alora.
It's a kids show.
My apologies to all the children. I do apologize. It's late. My mind is not working properly. So
After 9, the
Yeah, it's
FCC
past
regulations
his
don't count.
bedtime.
Boom.
It is past his bedtime.
So he gets to one of them and he says, "This is one of my favorite nights of all of Ebelon." And down at the bottom, there's a little inscription, like a little nameplate, and it says, "Lord Carey Bucklebottom," down at the bottom of it.
Lord Carey?
Yes, Lord Carey
Bucklebottom.
Bucklebottom.
Buckle bottom.
Yes,
How is Carrie spelled?
Kerry.
Okay. Right.
What?
He
Carrie
carries a lot of
Underwood.
things.
Sing
He
Carrie
says-
Underwood.
And he says, "Perhaps you've heard about him. Perhaps, maybe.
I have not.
He's famous, you know. There's a book written about him."
Can I do a history check? See if I do it?
Oh, is there?
Yes. there's
What's
a
the
book.
book?
It's called A Knight's Delight.
Oh, yes!
Can you tell us the story?
I haven't read it in a very long time, since I was a little toddler.
I see. It sounds like a very interesting book.
But it was a very good book. Yes. Yes. Maybe
Would
one
you
day
recommend
we can.
reading it?
I would highly recommend reading it.
Hi.
Anyone who's seen the main campaign, which I read it since I was a kid.
Hey man, what can I say?
I've never been so happy.
It goes full circle.
Yes, that's why you guys are called the Antecedents. Okay, so he continues on, and he says,
Sorry,
well,
Rhino Hide 77.
he says, well, you've all been great company, but I have some planning to do.
We totally understand. Perhaps we could have a meal together, maybe tonight, if
Well,
that would suit.
Unfortunately, tonight is not possible. I have a ball tomorrow that I'm sure you'll be getting invitations to if you'd like to come.
Of course.
Unless there's something else I can do for you.
Joining us around your beautiful home was more than enough. Very, very kind. Thank you, sir.
I like your hat, but I like mine more.
And he looks down at you and says, "One day, my friend, one day."
One day it will be mine.
All right. So at this point, he's basically going to try and usher you guys out. He's kind of leading you out to the door because he has to prepare for this. So you have one opportunity to either like talk to him or, it's however you want to take it.
I'd like to study the guard a little as we're walking out.
He's staying back. He's about 10 feet away from everyone, just kind of casually walking, but he's got this, like...
It's an air that most guards don't typically have. Mordecai would understand what kind of personality would typically be a guard, but...
He's more bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's more show.
Yeah.
Have we seen any other guards while we've been walking around?
No, just servants when he rings the bells, and the guy that's holding the bell as he's walking along.
Yeah.
I mean, also this is like talking out of character, but I mean the fact that he is so not conceited, but like he's like, oh, no one would ever mess with me. It leads me to believe that like
we can discuss that later.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is the ball at his house?
Yes, he says it's going to be right here, and he kind of like gestures out to the hall that you guys are in.
So we know what the bell looks like. We're getting invited to a ball tomorrow night.
It's the bell of the ball.
It's yes.
Thanks
Sorry.
for inviting us into your house, Baron. And I did not catch your guard's name.
Oh crap.
Again.
Got him.
He says,
Put your pants down.
no, my pants are on, thank you. He says his name is Everett.
Everett. Well, it was a pleasure to meet both of you.
And he just kind of nods, the guard just kind of nods, and he says, "Oh, please, I do hope you come back tomorrow."
Oh, so we're invited to the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, he's already extended that invite because of your hospitality towards him.
Oh,
in his own house, bringing him wine and telling him how beautiful his house is, with the exception of this is going to be one of those like leave your hats at the door parties.
I don't get to take my hat? No.
One more thing before we leave.
Can I ask him if I can bring my hat then?
Would I be allowed to have my weapons back?
Oh yeah, he grabs the bell. He actually kind of like snatches the bell and rings it vigorously, and the guard one of the servants come out, and he tells them to fetch your weapons, and he goes over to another room off to the side, brings them back to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
As he rings the bell, That is a fine, fine bell, worthy of such a man as yourself. I have been looking for such a tool to let my servants know I am of need. Where would one get such a bell?
You're muted, Patrick.
You're muted.
Damn it. I apologize. I was actually saying I muted you by accident. So what was that last part that you were saying?
Where would one get such a bell, worthy of such a man as yourself?
He looks at you and his eyes kind of light up and he says, "Oh, this bell. My father gave it to me when I became the Baron, and it's been in my family for years. If you wanted such a bell, I'm sure you could find one, but there's no bell like this one."
No, it is very, very beautiful. Obviously, you would carry it on your person at all times, so your servants would know when you were of need.
Of course.
What other way?
Right? Don't you have a bell for your servants?
I would love one.
I don't
would
respond to
really
bells.
love one.
Another 7.
Well,
Damn,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't feel so bad.
Baron, but it was so lovely for you to show us around your house. Thank you.
I do hope to see you tomorrow.
Oh, you will.
Wouldn't
I'm
Oh.
sure you will.
How should we dress?
Um,
Is it a costume party?
That's actually a very valid question because I never thought about a costume party. I was thinking more just like a ball.
But it has it's a no hat party.
cosplay.
Oh no, I was just messing with you.
Oh, yes.
So yes, yes, it's most definitely a costume party.
Is there a theme?
Like a masquerade or something.
Well, let's just say it's a bit dark. And he kind of like nudges you, because somebody said masquerade, and I instantly went to Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
All right.
But we
We
Now we
love
know it's-
dark.
Okay, so you guys are gonna leave.
yeah, Mordecai walks out.
Bye-bye.
What did Glinda say?
Bye.
That's it.
I
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Simeon bows / curtsies as he leaves.
He just kind of like eyes your hat.
As he walks out, like it's. Oh man.
Somebody said, "Come dressed as bell thieves."
I guess we'll walk down the street a little bit. After that conversation, I think I need a drink.
You should have had the one in the house with us.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to trust that man. His guard isn't even really a guard.
That wine was okay.
I'd rather have hard liquor than wine.
I'm with Glinda on this one. I'm not entirely sure how old she is or if she's allowed to be drinking, but I'm down.
Outstanding. And that's actually where I'm going to end the episode for tonight.
Boom.
It's
Ah.
been so long, Patrick.
So that way there's a setup for a ball.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And we have time to think of what we're going to wear.
Yeah,
Yes.
please tell me that that the next episode is called Belle of the Ball, because that is the perfect name for another episode.
That's it. It's a wrap.
It's in consideration.
It's so easy.
Patrick is so mad right now. Like, oh god, I wish I would have thought of that.
Oh no, not at all. Hey, man. I can't think of everything. I try.
Oh man.
But yeah, now there's 5 characters
That's
in
good.
search of inebriation. So
Uh-huh.
yes, so you guys are going to get drunk.
What's
Yes.
the name of the bar we walk into?
It's called Into the Bar.
Until you walk into the bar. Let's go into the bar.
So
Into the
good.
bar.
So good. You should be an author. Of
I'm here all week. Actually, no, I'm only here until Wednesday.
Patrick,
Oh,
I wrote it down, so now it's official.
Yeah, I know. So is the Bouffant and
The Bouffant.
Definery.
Tarjay!
Divinery.
Divinery Winery, yeah.
Yes.
Tarjay!
Okay.
Yes, and Tarjay.
Oh, and Tarjay. Yeah.
Tarjay,
Man.
that's right.
Oh,
Right
man.
next to, what was it, Walter's World?
Yes,
Yeah,
Walter's
Walter's World.
Yeah. Man,
Oh,
you're
man.
establishing quite a bit for yourself here, Patrick.
I know, right? We have like a commercial empire going.
Yeah, I know, right? This episode brought to you by Walter's
Just-
World. Come
just
here to
wa-
buy literally anything you need.
Go over to the next port town and be like, look, it's a franchise of Walter's World.
Wow, there's a Walter's World literally everywhere here. I know.
Small town, only a Walter's World.
No. It wouldn't be a Walter's World in a small town. It'd be a holler store.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
So anyway,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're sorry to take up your time, guys.
Yep.
Wanna
I
go to
appreciate
bed?
you guys tuning in tonight. Destiny campaign tomorrow night at 6:30, and then we're off for Thursday. Yeah, for the rest of the week, and then come back on Monday with Grimshaw's World, the Saloonery.
Stop it.
That was you with the Saloonery.
No, that was Griffin. Salute.
Yeah.
Silver
Silver Saloon and
Oh my
Saloonery.
gosh, that's so good.
Make sure you guys check out the giveaway too. Giving away a couple of 5e D&D books, TPC shirt, and guest spots for any of the campaigns. And you
Also
can buy-
follow us.
And you can buy tickets with the gold that you get from following us and watching the show and all that kind of fun stuff.
Also, you can find us on Twitter at Pernicious Chron, and you can find us on Facebook at the Pernicious Chronicles, because that's just all you got to search.
Yep.
Uh,
Same thing with
And
the
there's a
website.
YouTube channel.
Oh, the website too. We've got the Pernicious Chronicles. That's pretty much if you want to like catch up on anything that's happened on other stuff. So yeah,
Boom. Check out the link.
we're there.
And YouTube. Boom.
Yes.
We're everywhere. Jeez.
That you want to be. Oh God, are we gonna have credit cards in this campaign now?
Well, I think we're gonna have to because I mean, like, well, Glinda's not gonna need one because you know
How am I,
that's
how am I allowed to do layaway
right?
at Walter's World?
Thanks for the follow, Total Noob.
We're gonna need a
man.
card to just bail out Glinda whenever she gets caught. It'd be like
Oh
Glinda-
gosh, yeah.
Glinda's card.
It's a get out of jail free card.
It's a Glinda
Yeah.
Express.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I guess.
Yep.
Thank
Definitely.
you all.
Yeah. We will catch you on the flip flop.
Yep. See you guys
Flip-flop,
next time.
dilly-wop.
Sign off. Bye.
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 Night.